Vive con huevos. A ver, con huevos.
Are you planning a big move? Whether it's a commercial relocation or a residential transition, you need a moving company you can trust. That's where our sponsor comes in. Today's podcast is brought to you by the experts in logistics, relocation, and space planning. All Moving LLC. They are your go-to moving company for all your moving needs.
So if you're ready to take the hassle out of moving, contact All Moving LLC today. Visit their website at allmovingcode.com or you can find them on their socials at All Moving LLC. Link will be in our bio.
Link in bio, guys. Make sure if you're moving or you know someone or a company or anything that's moving,
Move.
that is your
Out of
person.
your suegra's house, at your mom's house,
Into your suegra's house. I don't know.
out of your girlfriend's house. Remember that one story? The guy would walk into his girlfriend's house?
Well, she was at
Oh,
work.
she was at
yeah,
work.
that was wild.
Anyways. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name's Pau.
Welcome back to the Vive con Huevos podcast.
As
Otro
you can tell,
episodio.
Jesus isn't here again.
Yeah, Jesus is. We're kicking him out. We're
Just
gonna
kidding.
start a Google Forms poll, and we're either gonna add Silvia or our two lovely guests that we have today. Which I think these two, I think they're a lot more fun than Jesus.
Yeah,
just
I think
kidding,
so,
Jesus.
too.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. He's not here because we only have 4 mics. And
Yeah, he's out getting money for his girl right now. He's out door dashing and Ubering.
yeah,
So he's hustling.
he is hustling.
hustling. He's,
yeah. He's been hustling a lot.
Yeah,
Gotta give him
it's
props,
What's
you know?
expensive to have a
You
girlfriend?
know, the
It
adult
is.
life is expensive.
Yeah.
It
Oh my
is.
God.
For one, now
You don't,
imagine for
I
two.
know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
and then he has to travel.
No, it is expensive to have a girlfriend. I was actually just talking to my cousin about that yesterday, and he was like, yeah, it was like $70 for a drink, or 70 pesos, sorry, not dollars. And then I was like, yeah, times 2, right? Everything's times 2 now. And he's like, yeah, it is.
Llorando.
¿Por qué? Como cuando salimos a comer, like it's wild to me that it's like seriously we can't go if it's not like In and Out, it's $70, $80.
Fácil.
Like
You know, I hate me because that's what I pay for myself.
I know because you
same.
want
Like,
everything on the menu.
No, same. No,
Yeah.
I feel like 100 is like the new 20.
Sí.
Yeah.
Like, I remember getting a $20 bill and just feeling like $1 million bucks.
I'm so
It
rich in
lasted
this-
the whole week. Like
Dude, you just step outside and
And
you
it's
spend
$100.
$100. I'm
What
like,
was it that meme? It's like I breathe and,
and
it's
it's
$200.
$100.
For real, what's that
Seriously.
about?
But
I was
it's
like,
it's not a good thing. It's
No,
actually very
it's not.
sad. I hate it.
yeah.
It's like the other day I put gas, I got my nails done and I got a coffee and I was like, how did I spend $250
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Like what what? Like
So wait, anyway, we haven't even introduced you guys.
I know. I don't know
Sorry,
why you
guys. We just went
You
straight
skipped
into
way
it.
forward.
Guys, today we have two lovely guests. You've heard their names various times on this podcast. One of them is actually the reason Pau and I are together. So y'all can blame her.
fuck Meli.
She wanted to fuck shit up, but call me shit.
I just introduced you guys and then the magic happened. You know?
This is true.
But we have Paulina. Why am I introducing them?
Because you always do the introductions.
We have Paulina's best friends here at the podcast, and I'm very happy to introduce you guys. We have Daniela House and Melissa Davila.
AKA Daniee and Meli.
Daniee and Meli. Daniee and Meli.
Estoy regañada.
Melissa Davila! Meli, ven para acá!
She doesn't have a middle name, pero nomás se faltó el middle name.
So how are you guys? How does it feel?
To be on here,
Yeah.
or how am I today?
Both. Oh, you
I'm
had a
tired,
long day.
you
yeah.
know? I'm always tired. But to be on here, it feels cool, kind of weird, you know? I can hear my voice.
By the end of it, you won't
Yeah.
want to stop.
Give you guys like an hour, and you're like, let's do more. it's like crack. That happened to Pau when we first started
Yeah.
recording. She's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then
Yeah, I felt like you. I was like, this is really weird. Like, people, I don't like listening to my voice either, and like, I don't think people want to hear me. So it's just one of those like, clearly I was wrong, but it was just one of those
We
like,
love
no,
it.
it was weird. And then now I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna miss that podcast.
but Comadreando,
Jesus is gonna miss the podcast.
Comadreando pays the bills. So
I love it.
Yes.
How about you, Dani?
Yeah, I feel great. Oh, also, I feel like part of my introduction should have been that I'm like the woo girl from the intro to the podcast.
yeah.
She said, you guys listen to me every
That
episode.
is true.
Actually, every time you listen to
Every
it,
Vive con
time.
Huevos, woo!
That is, yeah. And your uncle, right?
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Yeah.
I haven't told him he's in the intro.
Mario and I were talking about that. What did we
Hundreds of
say?
people listen to his voice.
No, I
We
haven't
were like,
told him
we have
yet.
to
buy the rights.
Buy
of your
the
guys'
rights to the voices. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's gonna go trademark it.
Yeah. We're gonna get sued one day and not know why. It's gonna be Daniee and her uncle.
But it's gonna wait till you get famous.
And what is it? When it's like California v. Roe or whatever.
Yeah,
It'll be like
California versus-
Daniee and Uncle versus Vive con Huevos.
We're gonna have our own Netflix series
Necklace,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
there
on
you
Suits. But Daniee is part of the intro.
Woo!
Yeah. I don't think I'm
play
ever
it.
gonna change that.
I know we really
Yeah.
like
I
that
like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
A lot of people give us a lot of compliments on the intro.
Plus, my uncle screaming like "Vive con huevos" and me doing the woo was what really got me to jump off the cliff.
I was
And
gonna-
after
yeah.
that, I'm obsessed. Like anytime I get a chance to jump into the water from like something really tall or like a really tall cliff, like I'll do it.
I actually incorporated the video from that clip
Yeah.
onto the
I saw that.
the video intro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I owe, before we get started and before I start getting a little faded, I owe you guys a big thank you. First of all, you guys have been big supporters of Vive con Huevos since day one. Not only did Meli introduce me to Pau, and Pau has been a big part of my life and a big part of all the businesses that I've had, but you guys have also been a big supporter to me and the brand, and that means a lot to me. You guys have been through the entirety of the whole ride, you know, Vitality Bowls and Vive con Huevos. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I know how much Pau appreciates and loves you guys, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you guys on. I've been wanting this to happen since I think day one of the podcast. But I wanted to wait till we got a little bit more listeners, and I was like,
The vibes had to be right, you know?
But no se chiven.
No llore, no llore. Se vale llorar.
But I've never told you guys, and I tell everybody whenever we have guests that I like to give people their flowers here. And
Love
you guys,
flowers.
yeah, not real flowers, you know, virtual flowers.
I don't get the real flowers either, don't worry.
But you guys have, like everybody in our friend group, have been big supporters of Vive con Huevos. But you both have been. I mean, you're on the freaking intro, and then Meli, I don't think ever takes off a Vive con Huevos shirt.
Always wearing it. Takes it everywhere with her.
Every trip I go on.
And
Day
your dad
ones.
too. It's on her. It's on his mug. Like I need to make this
He
man
said,
some golf
"Sponsor
shirts.
me."
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, of course. We love you guys. We love Vive con Huevos. And yeah, we're excited to be here. Woo!
Yeah. Oh shit. There we go again. There's the woo. But how are you guys? How's life? Let's get in. Let's talk about life a little bit.
Well, life is amazing because we're leaving to Costa Rica in
guys
like
are.
3 business days.
Well, by the time this drops, you guys are already.
We'll be
Oh yeah,
over
we'll
there.
be
About a
over there
weekend,
living our
yeah.
best
We'll be in
lives.
a week,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess you guys will get Jesus back next week then. Is that what
Yeah,
that means?
Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus will be back next week.
Yeah.
What sparked going to Costa Rica?
Dani.
Well, I am turning 30 next month, and I just really wanted to go be somewhere in nature. I went to Puerto Rico thinking that it was going to give me like those nature vibes. And I mean, I love Puerto Rico. It was an amazing trip, but I still felt like I wasn't, you know, really in nature, in the water, in the jungle kind of thing. So that's why I was like, okay, I really want to go to Costa Rica. And I've heard a lot about Contiki. We're traveling through Contiki. It's like a travel agency / group. I'm not really sure what to call it.
I know. I never know what to call it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like this, like, you can't be older than 35.
No, that's what I tell people
That's what I keep
too.
saying.
It's like I'm traveling with a group, but like a cool group. Like it's like the young vibe. So yeah.
I don't think I ever told you, but my mom was really butthurt about it. She was like, I could keep up with the 35-year-old. That's so funny. And I was like, you could, but a lot of,
She can. She can.
you know,
keep
a
up
lot
more
of
than
people
I
her age
can.
wouldn't be able to. For real, I
Yeah.
was like, she's like, I could. She literally told me that. She's like, I can keep up more than you can. And I was like, honestly, you probably could.
Honestly, facts more than the 3 of us. But yeah, my parents said the exact same thing. They were like, "Oh, maybe for our next trip we could travel with them." I'm like, no,
Actually.
it's yeah. And I was like, but we'll find another group.
They're ageist here.
Yeah. So it's like my sister with Coachella. She's like, I can hang with you guys, and by the 3rd day, she's like with Meli in the back.
She was, yeah.
She's I'm done.
She was over there in the front row.
Yeah,
Carol
she
G.
for Carol
For
G.
Carol G,
Yeah.
she was like front row. After Carol G, she's like, fuck this shit. Take me home.
Yeah.
Throw me under the bus.
Well, Meli vibes in the back.
I mean,
But-
we all know I lay
yeah.
down anywhere. Too.
Yeah, but we've all become like a Meli partier now. Yeah,
There's a Meli inside of me for
I
sure.
mean, wait, we're old.
It's the way to
like
do
if
it.
you still
So-
party the way we used to
Oh.
now, like
Yeah, I
how
can't
do you
it.
do it?
I say that I can, but in reality I can't. So we went to go see shout out Jesus the Punk. We went to go see my boy
yeah.
at Bang Bang. and he had the
10
opening.
to 12.
Yeah, the 10 to 12 set. And
Nice.
before, it was on a Friday. So Bao and I got off of work, and then we ate dinner, and I was like, yo, I need a nap. So we took
a
a pregame
pre-
nap. We didn't even
go
drink.
out.
We didn't even prepay. We took a nap. And then we went to the gas station, and I was like, babe, I need a
No,
Celsius.
but before that, so we were like, okay, we're gonna meet
Celsius.
Jesus like 9:45 because just to grab a drink with him, and then he'll go into his set. And it was like 8:30, and I was ready to go, right? And I was like, we gotta leave because if I don't leave this house in 10 minutes, like I'm not going anywhere, And so we left. We went to the gas station. He got a Celsius. Like we kind of waited in the car. I was like, I just need to be out of the house because if I'm sitting on the couch, like valió la noche. And his set finished, and we're like, all right, let's go.
It felt like I don't know what this happened to you guys, but I know it definitely happened to me and Pao. Like when we would go to TJ when we were younger, but like we had to leave the house by like 9, or else
Because your parents wouldn't let you
wouldn't
out.
let us out. So it was like we had to leave the house by like 8:50. If not, we're not fucking going out. We're just gonna sit here.
Yeah. So
No, I
It's a
remember.
struggle.
I remember the days we used to go out in TJ and then come back at like 6:30 in the morning to make it to our 7 a.m.
work.
work
Meeting.
meeting. Todas borrachas.
Apestando
You still smell like
alcohol.
cigarettes?
No,
Yeah.
legit.
There's no way we didn't fucking smell like a hangover.
Oh, and we also look like we didn't sleep.
Yeah. So much so that like our manager at the time would buy us menudo and shit.
At that
Y'all
time,
are struggling.
well, I did that a lot, but there was a time in my life where I did a call center for
Oh yeah.
a bank.
I remember
I
that.
did collections for a
Yeah.
bank, right? And I would have some Saturdays, and I would go in there, and I would literally just lay back in the chair, and like I couldn't function.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sucked.
We had
But no one bought me menudo,
so
so you guys had a good. Mine would be like, Melissa, answer the phone. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Dude, yo me iba y me escondía en el break room. I was like, comiéndome unos takis y un maruchan del Walmart.
Then bring it down and then close it to your face a little bit. I just don't want the mic to be
Like
in your
this?
shot. Yeah.
Like
Then,
this?
yeah, because there's been times
like
where we
this.
like make.
Like, there you go.
There's been times where we make reels, yeah, y están así. But talking about that, you and Daniee, did you guys meet in Best Buy?
No. We met in high school.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
throwing it back.
It was you and Diego.
yeah, we
my
met
bad.
Diego.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay. If you guys didn't listen to episode like 3 episodes ago,
Yeah, he was here in the background.
He was out here doing sumo squats in the back.
Nice.
Diego is now part of my fitness journey.
Oh yeah, he told me. I was like, dude, I want to be part of that too.
Yeah,
I
we
love
introduced
that
Pao
for
into
both of
boxing.
you.
Yeah, he told me,
it's been
yeah.
a while. Meli's been kicking my ass too.
Yeah, I know.
Just as much as Pao and Sophia and Quest and everybody else in my life.
But you're getting
Well,
there.
we finally started. Okay, I'm having
Good,
a beer
good.
today, but you know what?
¿Qué es lo que dicen? El que no quiere empezar no empieza hasta que
Yeah.
quiere.
It was
No,
a
yeah,
real big
for
struggle. I
sure.
mean, I know
Para
I've said
todo.
this the past 3 episodes, but it has been a real big struggle, like the majority part of my life. And I keep saying this, but it's just like I couldn't with the traditional gym.
Oh, same.
Like I needed something else to like motivate me. And I know like Meli's been doing like
Personal training.
Yeah, personal training, and shout out to you. You were doing Wolfpack with our homie Quest and
Sofit.
my homegirl Sophia for a while.
They're great.
They are. And I hear nothing but great things. And the one time I went to that class, I fucking died.
Kicked
I
your
bet.
ass.
I think I was sore the whole week, right? I couldn't do shit the full week.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that was me the last Wolfpack that I went to. So I've taken like 8 months off of working out. And I decided for my first workout to go to a Wolfpack class. I was crying in there.
0 to 100
Wow.
really quick.
Literally crying. It was just it was a very humbling experience just to like my body couldn't do what it used to, and like physically like I was in pain. I was like I can't get up. Like if I squat
The
down,
universe
me
literally
voy a
said,
caer.
sit down, bitch.
Literally. But I do know what you mean about it being hard, like getting into that like routine.
Yeah.
You have to make it a habit, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
it is hard. Like me, I was doing really good, and then I got injured, so then I took the 8 months off, and it's been really hard for me to get back into it.
Yeah.
Even though like I know it helps me, it makes me feel better, more mentally than physically, than but it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this the other day, Mario, because growing up, I was in a lot of sports. And now I feel like the only way I can actually commit to my workouts is by going to a class and having somebody tell me exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And you played sports too. So, the workout classes might work out too.
It's a
'cause
big
I
part of
don't-
my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I never went to the gym by myself
Yeah.
either.
And I talked about this in this last podcast with Silvia, that a big part of my life was sports. I mean, I started playing football when I was 5 years old. I stopped playing when I was like 22, 23. Then after that, I got into MMA. And both things are a big, even though MMA is like a one-on-one thing, but while you're training, it's a pretty big group effort.
Yeah.
And then you're doing your conditioning with other people. You're doing sparring with other people. You're training with other people. And then that camaraderie and that just, the intensity with the group is just a lot different than when you're just doing it alone.
Yeah.
And then Silvia said it in the last podcast that if you lay down to do a plank by yourself, that minute is going to feel a lot longer if you're doing it by yourself.
Most people won't do it, like won't finish the
than if you're doing it with somebody else. Like if we all four of us right now go down into a plank, I'm like, hold on. All four of us go down into a plank right now. It's just like humans, we're naturally competitive. We're naturally competitive as humans. So we all just try to, you know. So yeah, it was really difficult. And it is still very difficult to try to push myself. Because even now, like, I admitted to myself, I'm a big complainer and I tend to make excuses for myself. Like, the podcast and work, and not only work with the new job that I have, but I also, I still deal with shit. I still deal with stuff with my dad. And like, sometimes I just don't want to make the time because I'm just mentally drained. But like, Meli kind of said it does help with your mental health.
It really
helps a lot.
And boxing for me is a huge outlet.
Well, because you're getting so much aggression out too.
And I feel like, I mean, as men and women, you should be able to feel comfortable letting that aggressiveness come out in a healthy manner. And boxing, it's gonna sound weird, hitting people.
Dude, he beats the shit out of Diego. Like, I'm watching him, I'm like, I'm like,
oh my god, you guys spar against each other.
But they have this like body thing.
I want to come do that.
Yeah. Me too.
And
It's cool.
I think Diego gets a lot.
Pero no puedes llorar.
You know what? I did take like a MMA class once, and I couldn't do it because my wrist hurt so much. He was like, punch me.
You probably didn't wrap your things right.
Me dolió horrible.
Yeah, because they helped me wrap them. The one class I took, a mí también me dolía mucho. And then they helped me wrap my hands with the wraps. And I didn't feel it. I hurt my arm, but that was because I hit wrong,
Yeah.
But it was funny because Diego would be like, con ganas, con fuerza. And I'm like, this is con ganas. Trying to hit him harder. And I'm like, this is as hard as I can hit, bro. Like, I have a lot of lower body strength, but not a lot of upper body strength.
Literally same, amiga. I was like, trust me, this is my all.
Yeah, exactly. When he told me that, I was like, ay.
No me grites.
I was like, sorry.
Sorry, coach.
But when they're sparring against each other, it's funny watching them because, like, they beat the shit out of each other. And, like, they know how to do it, So it's cool watching them, but it's a workout for sure. It's
a workout, and like you said, it relieves your stress.
Yeah.
Sounds bad, but it's not.
No,
you know what I mean? It's like
you have to find healthy outlets to release, and it's not aggression. It's just like our bodies intake so much energy throughout the day that you have to be able to let it out somehow. You know, and a lot of the times we don't necessarily find healthy ways to let it out. We find not healthy ways, So it's a good way to do it.
To release like pent up energy, a lot of pent up energy. A lot of my pent up energy too was like I stay quiet. Y me muerdo la lengua con mucho con lo que me pasa durante el día. Like, I'm mad and I'm pissed off and I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with shit. Like, I'm just going to fucking stay quiet. And a lot of my outlet, I didn't realize this until Pau and I really started dating. Because when Pau and I started dating, that's when I had Vitality Bowls and I wasn't doing shit. I was just working fucking 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah. And I wasn't doing anything. I think that's when I was my fattest. I was pushing 400 pounds.
And it's crazy because you gained it really fast.
Yeah.
Because when we met, you weren't there.
No.
And then I didn't even realize. And one day I was like, holy shit, when did that? It was just because of how stationary you were and how stressed you were.
Stress.
Yeah, it was stress. Yeah.
Like managing a business and being responsible for all that shit, it's stressful.
And like you said, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because you're so caught up in your day to day that you don't see it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it adds up.
Yeah, no, it does. And sometimes I would leave work and the only thing that I would gravitate to, because it was so late throughout the day, I just didn't want to deal with anything else. I would literally go to the way, if no one is from locally, that's the mall, and then next to the mall there's another little placita that has a gas station. And I would literally go to the gas station, grab a 6-pack, a family-sized bag of Doritos, and I would just come home, kill the 6-pack, kill the bag of Doritos every single day, Monday through Saturday.
Well, and then COVID happened.
Oh, and then that was even worse. I would get a 12-pack and 2 bags and 2 bags of chips. But I think we've all been through something like that. Meli, Daniee, Pau. I mean, we've all kind of. I feel like we've all kind of. I don't know if it's like a Latino thing, where we tend to stress
people
eat.
just go through.
Oh, I'm a stress eater.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Latino
Yeah.
thing or not, but for me, like
a comfort thing.
Yeah, that's why I have to work out a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I still buy a family pack of chips.
I live alone and I finish those. No, but yeah, it's rough, especially when you are like an emotional eater and stuff like that, because you don't notice it, and then one day you're just like, oh shit.
I think also like we all kind of live, not that we live the same lifestyle, but we all kind of have a lot of similarities in our lives. Like you and Meli, like both run businesses, like family owned businesses. Like we're all very involved with our families, and like families are stressful too, you know, like sometimes you just want to escape and like sit and eat your damn bag of hot Cheetos. Like it's just, there's a lot of similarities in our lives that maybe have caused similar patterns or like why we've gone through like similar ups and downs, you know. So that could be
Plus, you know, hot Cheetos were made for Mexicans, so that's why we're so obsessed. I was like, it all makes sense now.
Have you guys seen the
they were
movie yet?
targeted.
Oh yeah, I watched it twice already.
It's so cute. I
It's
really
such
liked
an
it.
easy,
Yeah.
cute watch.
You haven't
Yeah,
watched it?
No.
I
it's
think
a good
you
watch.
should. You should. Yeah, I really liked it. I was like, I feel so proud to love hot Cheetos since I was like 1 year old.
Like it's kind of cheesy,
they're
but like
so
a
bad
good
for
cheesy.
you.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah, it's like a feel good movie.
It is a feel good movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole time we were watching it, the only thing I could think about was like when Pau would tell me when you guys would make your freaking hot Cheeto soups.
Well, I still do my cereal. No, and I actually can't believe I did this, but both times that I watched the movie, I didn't eat hot Cheetos.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't
We
have
made it
them.
a purpose.
Yeah, I was like, I can't watch this movie without eating hot Cheetos.
I guess I have to watch it a third time.
Yeah, with the hot Cheetos.
And I don't think you ate a lot of hot Cheetos. I
No,
think you made
because they
popcorn,
make me
right?
feel so sick now.
Yeah.
Like I really can't do it. They make me feel so sick. But I like them so much. So I just made like a little bowl and I was like, this is what I eat.
You know
Because
that
if I
like
eat
little
more,
bowl
I know.
that comes, like, you know how
Yeah.
they have like the plate sets and the small one? I can literally only handle
That?
the small
Yeah.
bowl. Like if I do anything more, my body hates me.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Instantly.
I was gonna say
And then I complain, and my dad and my mom are like, pero ¿quién te trae comiendo eso?
Yeah.
the flaming hot family is just so good. Like I got addicted to the
I
Doritos, the
know.
Cool Ranch because of Daniee.
No,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I just put my other friends on it, and I was like, careful. And I was like, it's the perfect combination of Cool Ranch and Flaming
Yeah.
Hot. And they tried it, and they were like, how did
Yeah, I
they
haven't
make
tried
this
those.
chip?
You haven't tried them?
fucking
No.
Cool,
Yeah.
but I'm also not a fan of the Cool Ranch chip.
They don't really taste like. I don't.
No,
feel like
they do.
taste
They
like-
do. I
think
love
they-
the
I
Cool
don't feel like
Ranch.
they do.
Yeah, I do too.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I love it.
I
Maybe you
mean,
won't think
I'll
they're
eat them.
great,
I'll
but
eat them
yeah.
because we know I love chips. I will
Yeah.
eat any chips, but no, I never go buy them.
Yeah. The ones that I like, that's weird that I like them because I don't like this brand. I don't like this American brand of chips is the Ruffles Flamin'
Oh,
Hot.
dude, so good.
They're so good.
So
and it's
good.
weird because I
Yeah.
don't like, I mean, I love
My mouth
Mexican
watered.
Ruffles, but I hate American Ruffles. And I feel like those are actually really good.
I always gravitate to that. Sometimes we have like munchies night where we know we're just gonna sit
Yeah.
here and like when we do groceries, that's mainly the day that we eat out or we eat the worst.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Para que te-" so I go to the chip aisle and I'm just there, like
looking
just
at all the
standing there
chips.
looking at all the chips. She goes, "Para que te haces? Ya sabes que vas a agarrar
Dude,
los
he grabs
Ruffles."
the same one. He grabs the Flamin' Hot Doritos and the Flamin' Hot Ruffles. And like, that's what he walks out with every single time. Like, why are you standing there
my
pretending
God.
you're going to
You know which ones I love? Are the Flaming Hot, the Lay's,
The Lay's.
the
Yeah.
baked Flaming.
The kettle?
The kettle one.
The
Kettle
kettle
one,
cooked
yeah,
ones.
the
Those are really
kettles.
good.
I can finish it.
Damn,
family
Hot
size
Cheeto
by
fucking
myself.
sponsor us, bro. Please. What's
I
up?
want extra hot. Please send me the extra hot ones.
I turned Mario onto the hot fries with the fake
Oh,
limon.
with the limon.
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
fries with the fake
Only
limon.
time I ever liked that
You know,
fake limon. You know the juice
you
that gives
you taught me that.
at the
Oh, yeah.
Tostilon?
With the little limon and the limon, like the fake limon juice and the little
yeah.
lemon.
Yeah.
When the first like I wanted that. We were going to the movies or something, no?
Yeah,
And I
I
was like,
think
oh, I'm
so.
gonna get this, and I was looking for the little lemon thing. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, looking for lemons. Just buy a lemon. I was like, no, it's not the same. and then like
It's
he tried
really
it.
not.
It's not. And then he tried it, and I was like, yeah. So for all of you out there listening to us, if you haven't tried Flamin' Hot fries with the little fake limon juice and the little limon. that's
Yeah.
the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, my obsession
Luis
is
agua la
like,
boca.
yeah, no, me la
It's like,
estoy
what, you guys don't want to go to the liquor store right now? You quick. Just pause.
Hey, I thought about bringing chips, but I was like, no, bien voy a ir a the crunchy.
that's funny.
So
I was like, no, I'm not.
we went for a Starbucks run before you guys got here, and then I was
thanks.
like,
Dice la que entró con su café. We went at like 3 or 4. So.
and I was like, should I go get like chips or something? Because I was like, usually I have like stuff for like guests, and she's like, no, just don't.
I said no because I was like, no, we're going to Costa Rica. in 3
No,
days.
please. Yeah, I'm
But in my head, I was like, fuck, I really want Ruffles.
I've been trying really hard to not go into vacation mode ahead of time because like I already know that, you know, our diet and stuff is not going to be the best. I'm like, no, I don't want to start 3 days in advance.
No, the other day I went to Ralph's and there was like the longest aisle and it was just all chips. And I was like, America.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here for it.
But Mexican chips, though.
Yeah. But I mean,
Nothing
Mexican
like
hot
them.
Cheetos.
No, yeah, the Mexican
Yeah.
hot Cheetos aren't good.
I stay
Yeah.
away from Mexican hot Cheetos, but the
But all the
paquetazos,
all the other
Pues
Mexican
todas,
chips.
todas, sí, sí.
or los chips morados.
That's
As
chips
much as they
moradas.
make me cough, they're fucking.
Oh,
They
yeah.
fuck you
I'll
up.
go in
They
for
just
another one.
Yeah.
They fuck you up. The one
Yeah.
time we went to Valle once with Ozzy and Katia, and who was dying?
Katia.
Katia? Or I
But she
think we
kept on
all
eating,
were.
yeah.
But she like could not stop coughing. But she would like
She kept eating
as
them.
soon as she would calm down, she'd eat another one, and then
She's like, no,
Literally
quítamelos,
crack.
quítamelos, quítamelos. And then next thing you know, you would
Addictive
hear,
as fuck.
A que no puedes comer solo una, ¿no?
no,
no,
nunca se
you
puede.
can't.
But we totally like derailed because
Yeah.
you were talking
I was-
about your boxing journey,
And then we went into
and then
chips.
we never finished how your
Talking
boxing
about a
journey
fitness
was going.
journey, and then we go
I
to
know.
chips.
And we love hot Cheetos.
Clearly.
But it's going good. I mean, like I said, it like. I have a lot of pent up energy. Not pent up energy. It sounds like
It is
Stress,
no,
bro.
it is.
Yeah.
Stress.
But
Dealing
you're
with
also
people
very
is
stationary all day.
yeah.
You know?
And like,
Yes.
a veces nomás quiero meter putazos, and then like I
me.
think,
When
yeah.
I'm on my way home on the freeway, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I think I just made a business here. Hold
Yeah.
on.
But
Diego and Mario are the new personal trainers.
but that's a good kind of tie into what I kind of want to get into. I'm surrounded right now. Sorry, that was kind of fucking weird.
You're
I'm surrounded
surrounded
by
with
3 boss ass
bitches
right now.
Bichotas.
That have had their own businesses, run family, do operations, and I mean, I want to kind of, clap it up to you guys. You guys, and it does come with a lot of fucking stress. I don't know if you guys want to talk about that a little bit. I mean, Danny, you're pretty high up there. Meli, I mean, you've been high up there. Baby, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Chingona.
Yeah, everybody knows. Comadre Pau's a boss bitch, but but it does come with a lot of mental, it does drain you guys, and then it's just, how do you guys deal with that?
Meli.
Yeah.
She looks like she wants to say something.
Well, it's because like Meli brought it up a little bit. So it's like we both, Meli and I, like Pau said, we have a lot of similarities. We work with our dads, and now
It's a wonderful thing, but it can also be very stressful.
Yeah, super stressful. Sucks when your boss
right
is
now I'm
fucking
not the
HR.
best example. I'm HR. I'm everything. Okay. The other day, like,
Reporto a mí misma.
I was on a call. I was with my dad, and someone called, like, offering their service. They're like, "Well, who's your HR, and who handles your insurance, and who does this, and who does that?" And my dad's like, "She does all of it." I'm like, "Give me a raise, bitch."
For real.
Heck yeah.
I'm not the best example of how I deal with my stress right now, just because my way of dealing with my stress is being home and hiding in my comfy, safe space.
Maybe you're not a great example, but you're a true life example.
Yeah,
Because
I
I think
guess.
a lot of people don't, come out of that or don't deal with stress the way we, quote unquote, should.
Yeah. So I was doing a really good job at it was working out for me. That's what helped me with my stress. And then I got injured, so I had to stop working out. And then around that same time, I decided to invest more of my time into my dad's company. So it came with a lot, more in my dad's company, and also venture out into another business adventure that I had no I had taken the courses for it, safety, construction safety. Like, I have no idea what the fuck, is in that world. But when I stepped into it, I wasn't working out, I wasn't doing anything. And then I started like overseeing the job, overseeing the projects, and then dealing with the safety aspect and all that. And it got hard. Yeah. Like, it's stressful. I mean, it's cool, I like the money I make, I set my schedule, but it is a hard life. It's people like think you don't do anything, but it's like, bro.
Yeah. So for the listeners that don't know, Meli's family owns a flooring business, but like
it's more commercial.
Yeah, we do only commercial work.
And she's the one that runs the entire business.
Yeah.
So that's what she's referring to.
Project manager, operations, HR, and then now you got into safety. But not only that, I mean, you're kind of stepping into like a man's world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest part. It's like, one, my dad didn't want to let me in because, oh shit, my bad. It's a man's world. But when I took the courses, I've worked with my dad for like 10 years now, but it's all behind the scenes. Like, my employees knew me, but I didn't. And I like talked through email, all that, but never like physically present. And when I was taking my courses, it was me in a classroom full of guys. And they all kind of like talked to me about it. They're like, look, you are stepping into like a whole new world, but it has become a lot more inclusive than it used to be. There's a lot more women on the field now. And they just pretty much told me, they're like, stand your ground, be assertive, and don't be a pushover. And like, I'm like, my dad? This is how I was raised. This is how I was raised. Like, this is meant for me. And yeah, I don't struggle that much with like being in a man's world, because unfortunately everyone has respected me. And they've given, like, you go into for people who don't know construction, right? Like, a lot goes into it. There's so many trades. And so you step into a meeting full of men and you kind of tell them what you need done, and like that you need it done now. And at first I was like so scared to do that. I wouldn't do it. I would just like wait till the meeting was over, and then I would talk to one superintendent and be like, hey, I need this done. Like, like asking like a favor. Yeah. Like, you're not doing me a favor. This is my job. Yeah. Like, so then like, ya cuando agarré la confianza, can I be Spanglish? Yeah. Okay. Ya cuando agarré la confianza, like, podía entrar al cuarto y hablar y decir lo que necesito, and everyone respected it, and it's hard, but it's doable.
Yeah,
she's doing the damn thing.
She is doing the damn thing.
They know me because I complain all day. I'm like, I'm so tired, you guys.
And you are going into work at like 4 a.m.
I know. Yeah. So how has it been, or how have you felt? Because for a long time you were working from home and you were kind of made your own schedule, right? Like traveling from. She took the whole work from wherever you want very seriously. And found. I mean, but she would get it done. Like there was. I've gone on countless trips with her when like she would literally pull out her laptop in the middle of the night to finish the payroll that she needed to finish, or finish whatever she needed to finish. So at the end of the day, she was getting it done. But like, how has it been? How has the transition been from you still make it your own schedule, but you're trying to stick to a certain time. So how has it been from like making your own schedule, going wherever you wanted to go, whenever you wanted to go, to now trying to respect the hours of the job and like actually being present? Like, how has that transition been for you, or how have you felt?
I tell my dad every day, this working 8 hours thing is not for me. No, I'm just kidding. I think it came into my life at a good time because I had been working from home for a really long time, and I thrive off structure, and it's hard to give yourself that when you work from home. And so starting to have an actual schedule, like I said, I'm always fucking tired, but that just comes with me too. But it's nice. I like it. By the time I get home, though, like 5 o'clock, I'm like, nadie me hable, güey. Yeah. Like, quiero llegar a mi casa, descansar. Sí. But
ver la tele.
Yeah. And your dog.
Well, kind of going back to the energy thing, like you're absorbing so much and so much manly energy throughout your day,
like my mom's like, pero si no haces nada. And I'm like, physically, I don't do
sí,
anything.
o sea,
But dealing
yeah.
with, I mean, I'm sorry, but guys are worse than girls.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Big complainers.
Yes. No, I mean, you know, my respect, but it's also, it's hard. It's hard. And it's hard as a woman to like tell a man what to do without him getting like mad, you know?
Yeah.
I have really great employees though, so I don't have an issue with that. It's mostly the other trades, but it is a lot of energy that you take home with you. Like, I sage a lot.
Yeah.
I do,
I
sage a
do
lot, too.
sunset walks. That's a good way to deal with my stress, but
Has that been like your outlet?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause
I
feel
think
like-
it's just like I'm so tired of talking to people all day that like when I get off work, like I mean I'll go to my mom's house, you know. I also don't go out much, but when I'm off, like I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
But we know like okay, if you don't know me, I don't like people.
Meli doesn't want to talk to people.
I say
in general.
this, you know, people like say, "Oh, I don't like people." I genuinely don't like people. There's a very few people that I like. They're in this
We're all
room.
sitting in this room.
And that's it.
And even I'm
And her
questionable.
dog.
You know?
No, I mean it's because okay, I can go out and I can be social. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I go out y le hago mala
Oh,
cara a
no,
la
no, no, no.
gente
No,
ni
nada
nada.
que ver.
But it's just like for me when I'm around people, like I look at the way you react to things, like how you treat others, like, and it's very hard nowadays to meet people that I can be like, oh damn, I'm comfortable with you.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't bring comfort in my like into my life, like I don't want to be around you. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
It is.
But
I agree.
Agreed.
And Pao and I talked about this, I think like 3 podcasts ago, where it's like now, I mean, we're still learning about like who we want in our lives. And before the podcast started, Daniee, you were talking about like a little bit of people who you've been networking with and going out with. And I thought that was really cool because you are who you surround yourself around. And a big part of what I've been learning now, especially through our journey with the podcast, is I only want to give people now the attention if they're bringing, and I don't mean this in any like bad way, but like a value to my life now. Whether that is a value like positive energy or just you're growing and you want something better for yourself.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I was very stagnant in my life, and I was very, very comfortable, and I didn't want to grow. And I was not that I was just scared. I was just comfortable, and I didn't want to do anything else. But now I'm at a point in my life where it's like now, well, first of all, California's fucking expensive.
Yeah, seriously.
Like if you're making under 70K, bro, I'm just, how?
Bro, I saw this thing the other day that was like people in California saying that they're making people making 150K feel poor. And I'm
It's
like,
like,
try being someone who makes
I will
less.
trade you right now. But,
No, it's
but like
crazy.
low key facts. I mean, if you're making under like maybe like 60,
No,
right now,
not- yeah,
and
not
you're
even
living by
60.
yourself or you have a family, like, ¿cómo chingados
¿Cómo le
estás
hacen,
haciendo? Yeah, I
Yo
don't
tengo
know.
un perro, ya no me alcanza.
Yeah, for real. I can barely afford myself
No,
and
for
my
real.
dog.
Yeah.
I get home and I look at my dog and I'm like, oh, you lucky motherfucker.
No,
You live
seriously.
the life rent free. You don't work nothing.
But now but I think Bao and I are kind of like on the same page now, where it's like now we're not that we're only hanging out with people, but now it's just like we're a lot more picky about the quality of the people that we're
I've always
surrounding
been.
ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It took a lot
Yeah.
for you to like see why.
Not
Not that
a
it took a
social
lot, but
butterfly.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
No,
at the end of the
not
day,
at
that was
all.
one of the things that like really attracted me to Mario was that like he really was a social butterfly and like wanted to talk to people and have conversations and like truly get to know people for who they were. Something that like I do, but with the people I pick to choose
you
to
just
do.
feel the
with.
energy
Yeah.
of people, you know?
Yeah.
And then I started a podcast, and I didn't give her a choice.
But I would always tell them like I don't want to do that today. Like I don't want to hang out with those people today. I don't want to hang out with that person today. And he'd be like, why? Like why don't you want to just go like and do that? You know, it's because like I'd rather just be home and not have to put out that energy or like have to entertain,
that
you know, or
energy,
take
too.
yeah. And like now he's like understanding where I was coming from, and like obviously, you know, I love my friends, I love my family, but there are days that it's just like I don't want
need
to
your me
do
time.
that, you know. And now he's like getting there, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like when he doesn't want to hang out with it, you're like, oh, good, okay. No shade to any of my friends. Like I love hanging out with all of them, but sometimes, you know, like everybody
Yeah.
needs those days where you just don't do anything.
Yeah. You need your alone time.
Yeah.
I love those days.
They're beautiful.
That's a little bit on Meli.
Yes.
Now, Daniee, don't shy away.
Yeah. How I deal with stress?
Or just in general, I know you've had a pretty big, you and Pau, because I know you guys, when you guys were in San Fran, you guys were like nonstop over
Hustling?
there. Yeah.
I don't know how we did that.
I don't know.
I still don't know. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go all the way back as far as you want to go.
And like now to where you are now, because I mean, you work, and it's not really a startup anymore, is it?
Well, no, we sell at Nordstrom and Erewhon and like other Ulta.com. So,
but
yeah.
you've had quite a bit of a journey from like starting in San Fran and
Yeah.
all the internships you guys had to the position where you are now, which is a different journey from like Meli and I were like, you know, we kind of grew up in an environment where we hadn't, not that we didn't have a choice, but it was just, here's the plate that you were.
I had a choice. I had
Yeah.
to fight my dad for this.
You did, yeah.
I had to be like, look, I'm not asking you.
I'm
I'm
still
telling
fighting
you.
my
I'm going to work. All right, fine.
Déjame trabajar.
But it,
Ahora déjame en la casa.
But it was a little bit different than like what maybe, you know, what we went through, I guess. You
Yeah.
could say. A lot more traditional.
Two
I
different
guess,
worlds.
Yeah,
It's
two
two
different
different
worlds.
worlds.
Yeah, I think it's just different because I'm also out of the four of us. I'm pretty sure I'm like the first generation student, right? Because I moved. You grew up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I was born here too, but then I lived in TJ until I was like 12 or something. So yeah, it was a bit of a transition. But yeah, San Francisco was amazing. Actually, the job that I have now.
I actually didn't know that you grew up in TJ.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. That's a fun fact for me.
So I didn't, we moved to San Diego, to Chula Vista when I was going into middle school. And then my sister was going into 4th grade. So yeah, learning how to speak English in middle school, it's freaking rough.
hard.
I mean, kids are freaking mean, you know?
Ruthless.
Yeah, but honestly, I will say, I don't think I learned how to speak English until I worked at Best Buy. Because obviously, going to Bonita, it's like, I remember I walked into my first period, and the two girls that talked to me, not Mexican, so they didn't speak English, right? And like, I knew that they were trying to communicate with me, and like I did take English classes in my elementary school, but it was like water, bathroom, pencil, pen. You know, it wasn't like conversations. So I knew that they were like asking me something, and I just handed them like my paper, like this is my next class. You know, like I think this is what you're asking me. And then one of the girls was like, "Oh, that's my class too," and she walked with me. And second period was math, and I remember just sitting there and being like, "No mames, ¿qué está diciendo este güey?" Like they were just doing fractions over here, and I was just like, "Ay, no le entendí nada." You know that meme that it's like somebody is saying something in English, and then the guy's like, "No te entendí ni verga." That one hits home every single time, and I like think back to that period, like because I got into first period kind of late, so like second period was like my first full class. Then third period, I don't remember what it was, and then fourth it was ELD, and I was like, no mames, ya encontré a mis amigos. Yeah, so after that, I don't think I spoke English for, you know, the next
It's
few
hard here
years.
in San Diego because of being so
She
close
said
to
I
the
learned
border.
at Best Buy.
No, I really did. I really did. I swear.
Customer service.
For real. I swear to you, I learned at Best Buy. Like, that's when I was just forced, you know, to speak English. And yeah, I learned a lot of words there.
Which is crazy because you guys worked in the Best Buy that was predominantly.
I know. That's
surrounded
why I
by
wanted to
Mexicans,
work there. No. Actually, this is the best fun fact, okay? For my interview at Best Buy, this was like a pretty big deal. I'm pretty sure you remember this.
I remember.
Pal. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm like the oldest of my friends, you know, because I went to school in TJ, and if you're born after the 1st of September, they set you back a year, or they make you, yeah. So I turned 18 first, right? Before all of us. Not Meli, but Pau,
But I was
and
a year
another
older.
friend group, yeah. So I went to get my license, my driving license test. I had the driving license test that day. And then after, me and my whole squad went into Best Buy, and I was like, hi, I'm here for an interview. It was me, my mom, my sister, my boyfriend at the time, and then Vive and Paulina. Yeah. And then they were like,
These are my
Daniela.
translators.
No, dude, I swear. That was so funny. Oh my
Brought
God.
the gang.
But before that, you went in to ask if they were hiring.
Oh,
remember?
yeah. So the way it happened was that my mom needed to go make a payment at Best Buy. And then I had just turned 18 and I wanted a job. Why did I want a job? I don't understand. Until this day, I regret getting my first job when I was still in high school because I feel like I should have enjoyed my last
Sí.
Y luego
La Daniela agarró trabajo y todas las amigas tuvieron que agarrar trabajo. La la Dani ya trabaja. Y mi mamá, mira, la Dani ya trabaja. Y la mamá de tal, no, mira. Y pues ahí va la Paulina, la Aldo.
Oh my God, that's so true. Yeah, so I walked into Best Buy and I just saw this guy at the front and I was like, he looks like a boss, which he was. He ended up being our boss. And I was like, hi, are you guys hiring? Un güerito. And then he was like, yeah. And he walked me to the manager. And then he was like, hey, she wants to apply, or can you show her how? She went on the Best Buy page, told me where to apply. Then she was like, call me 3 days after you apply. Y pues ahí voy a los 3 días a llamarle. No, I applied, blah, blah, blah. And then, I ended up getting the job. It was
But I
so
remember,
funny.
you remember you had to take the test that like...
Oh my God, I forgot about
what was
that.
it's like the test that a
Yeah,
lot of
like those
places- yeah, like
Is that still a
Personality
thing?
test.
kind of, but it's just like from a 0 to
It's a customer
5.
service
And,
thing.
Do you strongly agree or do you strongly disagree? Yeah.
And then we were all sitting at Danny's like, ay, no sé, no sé.
¿Qué dice ahí, Pau?
And then I
Yo
remember,
saqué 10 en matemáticas.
No, dude. And actually, the reason why they gave me that job, because later on my supervisor told me, was because I was like, well, I don't have any sales experience, but I'm in the dance team. And like I fundraised my whole New York trip and my Hawaii trip, selling like Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
And fun fact about me, I used to also sell chips in high school.
She was
I
the chip
remember,
dealer.
I was the only chip girl too, because I remember, like I knew these guys that I would always buy like Tostitos from.
You had the monopoly.
Yeah. And I was like, so how much money do you guys make? They're like 200 a week. And I was like, 200 a week? Count me in. And I was like, I'm going to be the only girl. I'm for sure going to sell more. Dude, I was making like 250, 300 a week. Al principio hasta le metí las manzanas, estas cubiertas de tamarindo bien buenas. No, todas después de la escuela, todas se venían a mi casa y ya las tenía chismeando, pero haciendo
Comadre,
manzanas.
haciendo manzanas, literal, dude. Danny was a fucking mastermind in high
I've
school,
been
dude.
a hustler.
Yeah.
I've been a hustler.
Aparte de las manzanas, o sea, sí, después de la escuela íbamos, la Dani nos invitaba a su casa. ¿Quieren venir a mi casa? Y pues ahí íbamos todas.
Well,
¿Quién quiere hot Cheetos?
No.
Pero
Yeah,
una
for
amiga
real.
se quedaba porque vivía en Tijuana y pues mi mamá a veces no me podía, o sea, no me iba a la casa con nadie, entonces me iba con la Dani y luego ya me recogían. Entonces nos íbamos a la casa de la Dani y le estábamos platicando y de la nada nomás teníamos las manzanas enfrente de nosotras. Ni idea, y haciendo las manzanas. Y luego cuando hicimos cuando hizo las papitas para Hawái, también de que, ay, me ayudan. Y todas vendiendo las papitas a la Dani.
No, for real. No, seriously.
No commission.
I was gonna say, did you guys get a
No
cut?
commission, for real, yeah. Maybe some free chips here and there, I want to say. At least I did that.
We
but
would
I
get
can't
the free chip for sure.
No, y luego me acuerdo que una de nuestras amigas me dijo, no mames, me quitaron las papitas en la clase. Y yo, pues, ¿cuántas eran, güey? $5.
Porque
Daddy gave her a sorely wordly
todas
after
llevaban-
that. Pendeja.
Todas llevábamos nuestro tote de la Hollister con como
Oh my
6, 7
God.
bolsas de papitas.
Yeah, no, actually, I remember this vividly. I took like one of those, what are they called? The duffel bags. And then my backpack, I didn't have not one pen, not one pencil, because I had all chips and like las botellas con chile chamoy. I took a hard look at myself that day and I was like, damn, girl, you're doing it wrong. Like, you're not even slightly ready for school. Like, not even one pen or pencil. I had to keep asking people. And like, my backpack was fat.
Yeah. Y luego la Dani se enfermaba y nadie podía
había
comprar
papitas.
papitas.
No,
güey.
una vez me desperté bien enferma, pero dije, no mames, tengo que ir con mis clientes. And I
Están
still
esperando.
She's
Danny
always
after
been
school.
dedicated.
No, yeah, for real. But yeah, I did get sick like for 3 days or something. And then when I finally went back to school, this one guy that would always buy for me, he goes like, where's that little beaner girl that sells chips? Yeah. And I was like, I didn't even take it like the wrong way. And I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah. And he was so embarrassed, like so embarrassed. He apologized for it like for 5 days in a row. And I was like, I'm a proud beaner, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And here are your chips. So.
Yeah, for real.
Go for you, 50 cents more.
So yeah, she's always been a hustler.
Hasta los maestros me compraban papitas y todo. Yeah.
And like typically they would take them
I was
away.
gonna
if you
say,
couldn't sell them.
Yeah.
we would get ours taken away at
Yeah.
Comadre Day.
And then like I somehow ended up being cool with like the what are they called?
What was his name?
Ajá, sí. Pero que no es el director, es el su
It was like the one underneath.
right below the principal. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Him.
So then when he would start coming by my locker, everybody would just like scramble out and he would just look the other way. Yeah. So gracias, señor Delgado.
Danny paying her. She would slip a 20 in the
Somehow we were
door.
cool. 10% commission.
You worked in high school too?
No, it was right after. Once I graduated high school, I went to get a job because it was like if you want a car, you have to be able to pay for your gas.
Yeah.
But
I worked in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents were so proud of me for selling chips that they just kept rebuying the chips for me, and I would just keep them. So, yeah, that's how I went on my dance team trips. And then Paulina joined for senior year when we fell in love with Hawaii.
That was a great
You triggered a memory when you said that when you applied at Best Buy and they made you call 3 days after.
Yeah.
When you would have to call jobs before
yeah.
to make, hey, I'm just calling in for my application. My name is Mario. I applied 4 days ago.
Like, take a resume in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Bring your resume.
Yeah,
Didn't know how to go
seriously.
dressed.
No. Yeah, but I still think that's so funny that I took the whole squad to my interview. Like, of course, I would never do that now, but yeah, that was so funny. My mom.
You needed the support, the emotional support.
Yeah.
It was a big day. I got my driver license and I got my first job.
Okay, so obviously hustler since high school, probably before that, but we don't know. And then
La Daniee en Tijuana.
No, en Tijuana sí tenían tiendita. La maruchan, las papitas, todo. Yeah.
what came next?
Like,
What were like your real aspirations after?
Yeah. What did you start working towards? Like when was the moment that you were like, this is what I want to do?
okay, so I think when I finally started taking school seriously, because I had been at Southwestern College for like 2 years, and I was like, damn, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I've been here too long. Plus, my first year at Southwestern College was like all English classes. Like, I learned how to write an essay and stuff, which I didn't know before.
Because you were slanking chips.
For real, I
Hey,
was
but she
hustling.
graduated.
I did. Apenitas, pero I did.
So, I don't know how to
yeah.
write an essay, but I know how to do math.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so then that's when I ended up getting like really into my career. I remember I went to go talk to a counselor, and I was like, okay, where can I go to school? And then my dad, my sister, and I went on a road trip. We went to like Sequoia, Yosemite, maybe the other way around. I'm not sure which one's closer right now. And then the last stop was San Francisco. And I was like at the Golden Gate Bridge, and I was like, damn, I want to go to school here. And that's how I decided. I was like, I want to go to school here. And then I met Pau at Starbucks, and I was like, I want to go to school there. She was like, me too. And I was like, okay, let's go together. So now we were actually working towards that goal. And I feel like SF was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to us. Like, I love what San Francisco brought out of me. I love just that hustle mindset. I feel like everybody out there really does have like that growth mindset, and I love that. I mean, I feel like I said, I've been a little hustler, but yeah, so that was fun. And I mean, yeah, I worked full time the whole time I was in school too, so I really learned how to be organized and prioritize, and I learned, you know, just how I study and how I process information best. And I think that really helped me with my jobs too, because I took a lot of online classes because I was working full time. And now I feel like it's really easy for me to do stuff from the computer and stuff. But
Working from home.
yeah,
it
working
was
from
an
home.
easy
Yeah,
transition for you. Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I've done this. Like, I've taken so many classes online. And then when we were in San Francisco, I was like, because I ended up working at the bank, and the whole point of working at the bank was that the headquarters were in San Francisco. So I was like, okay, cool. It'll be easy for me to transfer out there. Like, they'll have more jobs. And also the bank pays really well. You know, I can see how people truly make like really good careers out of it. I think the bank is amazing. And then you get the amazing schedule.
Yeah.
I miss working at the bank sometimes.
Dude, me too. I
seriously.
say that all the time. I'm like, I kind of miss it. Like, it was a great schedule.
it really
Like, you were
was.
just, you know, doing your job from like mindless work basically from 9 to 5 or whatever time you were there.
When I
Off on Sundays.
When I closed Vitality Bowls and I was like looking for jobs, I was like, just apply to be a teller.
I would always tell them, like, apply at the
it's
bank.
a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and you
you
get
can-
off early.
And you move up. Like,
And you don't
pretty
even have to
easily.
close, you know? How like at Best Buy I would have to put the DVDs back.
God,
and
that was-
oh my God, I actually hate this. Like, whenever I go to a store and I grab something, and if I'm not gonna take it, I'll go put it back where it goes. Cause I hated doing that. Like, finding
The go backs.
random stuff. Yeah. Random stuff, and then having to put it on the other corner of the store. And like the Best Buy in Chula Vista is huge.
Damn,
I would always
I'm
get
over
mad
here
at
like,
Mario!
I'm over here like a decision was made here. and I put my chips inside the fridge.
It's not that bad. When we first started dating, I was like, no, don't do that. Like, if you're not going to take, like, let's go put it back. And you're like, why? And I'm like, because. Like, you don't understand.
When you work in customer service, you get traumatized.
Yeah.
Oh my
For
God.
sure. I used to work at Guess, and like
remember
siempre
that.
salía ya. Well, like now, like I'll go to the store and I'll look at something and I'm like folding it all like perfect how it goes. Just
Yeah,
because
she
I
goes the
remember,
extra mile.
I remember
I'll just put it
having
back.
to fucking like.
Fucking Rico.
Meli grabs the steamer.
No, la Meli trae su propia plancha.
Hey, I hate you guys because I used to be so
She
good at
does, she
steaming. That
does.
was one of the things they would have me do, I guess. Steam clothes and the jeans. I would do the jean wall because I have a little.
No
bit
wonder
of
you're always
OCD when
cleaning
it comes to
closets.
cleaning.
Seriously, I take it back. I'm actually not that organized. Like, got me so close.
Way more.
Melly did organize our closet when we moved out. Remember at the
She
apartment?
did when we
Oh, I
that day
did.
that we moved. You put everything
Yeah.
in the closet.
I like
That's
to
true.
color
When she came out
coordinate it.
she came out the room and she's like, I organized your clothes by color, bitch. I was like, fucking building a mueble, and I was like, what? Thank you.
Wait, I remember that. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Aw, good old times.
Oh man, you guys need to take a break.
If you want.
I need to pee.
Okay.
Jesus, pause.
Yay.
And we're
We're
back.
Okay, so Danny's a hustler. Where were we at? What was she saying? You were
Danny's a
talking
hustler.
about-
She HDMI cords.
The bank, the bank.
Oh, the bank, yes.
we focus on how much
moved
we
to San
love the bank.
Francisco.
Yeah.
And she was at the bank, yes.
Oh yeah, so I was working at the bank, and then it was senior year at SFSU, and I was like, okay, I don't have any marketing experience because I've been like,
Is marketing what you wanted to do since the beginning?
Yeah. So I didn't really know if I wanted to go to school, and the way I chose my major was silly. They took us to the library, and they were passing around this book that was like the top 50 majors or something. And I was looking at them, and then I came across marketing, and I was like, okay, business. Yeah, I want to be a businesswoman, right? But then it's like marketing is like, I don't know, just the creative side of business. Then it said that there were a lot of jobs in California, and I was like, I live in California. It said that the pay was like $80K, and obviously at the time, this was like so long ago, which, you know, we were just talking about that. I was like, $80K? Wow, voy a ser rica. So I was like, okay, I'll just do it. There's a lot of jobs, and yeah, that's where it's at. So I started taking my classes, and thankfully I liked them. All of them with the exception of accounting, which I had to withdraw from like 3 times. I had like 3 W's in my what is it? Transcript.
Transcript.
Yeah.
I was always so paranoid about W's and just crap on my transcript.
Yeah.
Like how much stress that caused you as a
I
as a
know. You're
student.
great.
So much, yeah.
And
So
the
much.
W's
Like when I was
and-
in nursing, I had to take organic chemistry like fucking 4 times too.
Yeah.
And I remember every single time I would petition to like either get it taken off of my transcript or I would get the W because you had that like weird gap, right, where you could drop it and it wouldn't show up at all. But like just the anxiety of thinking of like, fuck, I'm not gonna pass. And te faltaban como 6 meses de
Yeah.
escuela and you're like, fuck.
Yes, and no.
Like no 19-year-old should be going through
I know, it was really stressful. I was just talking to my dad about that yesterday. I was like, I miss the days where like my stress really was just school.
Yeah.
Because now I stress about like grown-up shit. I was like, what's going on?
I agree.
Like these gas prices. Or like I miss the days I was walking around Trader Joe's grabbing all the snacks. I want to try this, I want to try that. Now I go with the list. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Reading ingredients and shit. Just trying to stay in budget.
I know, I love that.
We'll go to Costco and I was like, it was $180, and I was like, what?
4 things in the
Yeah.
cart.
I know.
Not even lying.
No, when my sister and I were living together, we would go to Costco and just grab all the snacks. $400. I told her,
Same.
I don't want to go to Costco with you
Classic.
anymore. Every time we go, it's $400.
Yeah.
$200
That shit
each.
adds up.
Yeah.
And we eat those snacks super fast, so
Yeah.
it's not like it really lasts.
I'll like get like snacks for like golfing, and she's like, and now she Paola's like, ¿Quieres algo para cuando vayas al golf? I'm like, no, I want shit. I'm just gonna fucking eat air, and I'm gonna take water from home.
Hey, golfing is expensive.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But I could have a different vice.
Yeah.
Pues sí. No, sigue yendo ahí, sigue yendo ahí.
Keep golf. I don't mean my dad loves
Yeah.
golf, but that shit's expensive.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
Dad, I
is.
want to learn how to golf. He's like, okay, let's go. And then I was looking at the tee times, and I was
times.
like, God damn.
You have to
Yeah.
go to like the 6 a.m. one.
Yeah,
and- but
tell
you know-
him.
Or yeah, our tea times like I get up at like 4 in the morning because we have like a 6 a.m. tea time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Because it's like the
It's cheaper.
the
insurance.
early bird special.
Yeah, the early bird
We pay like
special.
$30 for all 18 holes and the cart.
Meli, just make it a team outing.
Yeah.
For real.
Between
No,
you and your
I'm just
dad.
gonna, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
boss.
Right off,
Write
for
that
sure.
shit off. Write that shit off. Team bonding.
Yeah. Team
Very
bonding
smart.
is very important.
It is.
I fucking hate.
I live for that
team
shit.
bonding.
Quality time is my love language.
Yeah, it's cool when you don't have to plan it.
Yeah.
pues
But
sí.
I'm in charge of
Facts.
planning
I like
it.
to plan stuff.
I'm in charge of planning it for my current company, and it's like, yo, I don't want to hang out with you right now. And then you're like stressed, and I'm looking at, I don't know how it is with you, Meli, but then I'm looking at my budget, and I'm like, how am I supposed to do all of this with $150?
Oh, I know.
real.
That is wild.
Yeah.
He said
My dad
virtual
hates
happy
me.
hour.
My dad hates me. I don't put budgets. I just spend what I spend. People have a good time.
Good. As it should be. Your people need to have a good
Okay,
time.
so I mean, whatever. If I get outed, I get outed. But so every month we have a company wide meeting. So I'm in charge of like doing like the group activity. Well, I'm in operations, so like I'm in charge of all the stupid random shit, right? And I'm ordering the food, and it's the most stressful time of my life. Because like some people are
hate the time
gluten
of
free.
his life.
Then I'm like, oh, well, this person's vegetarian. This person can't eat this. So I'm over here stressing out about what the hell I can get. And like, actually, I thought about you guys the other day because I got banh mi's this last time.
Oh,
And
I love banh mi.
First of all, I got enough for the people that answered my poll because I send out like a group poll. 3 more people that didn't answer the poll fucking showed up to the meeting. So there's 3 less sandwiches, and I'm just here stressing out, and I didn't get a fucking sandwich, and I didn't eat all day because the whole day I was just like, I want a banh mi. I was so fucking pissed.
And then
That's the day I asked you about the banh
Oh my god, that's
So
fucked up.
always order extra.
Extra.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
then,
okay, so that was the thing. So
give you a budget.
There's 17 people that show up in office. There's like 20 something people total in the office.
Yeah.
And well, whatever work that work for us. But my budget is from $100 to $200, and I'm like, how am I supposed to feed this many people for $200? That's
if
the
it's not
cap.
pizza,
No, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and then I got in trouble the week after. My boss calls me.
You didn't get in trouble. They just asked you why
Well,
you
yeah.
spent so
He's
much
like,
money.
We didn't budget it for this month, and I was like, well, first of all, you asshole.
Like, what do you want me to feed them?
Yeah.
Chips and soda? Like,
And it's like you just hired 3 new people. Like revisit your
Yeah.
budget. So
I mean, guys, even chips and soda are expensive now.
Dude, so expensive.
hey, dude, the other day I went to the store and I bought like
Facts.
3 big bags of chips, and it was like $30-something
No,
dollars, and I was
that's
like,
That's
and then with these 2,
hey, the
These-
poppies are
no,
freaking bomb though.
the
They are
Olippops and the
expensive,
poppies,
too,
they
yeah.
add up.
Poppy,
I was like,
sponsor us.
damn,
Please.
sponsor me. Please. That's all I drink.
Anyway,
Anyways,
sorry, we were derailing.
derailed.
No, no,
So
you're good.
Danny over here. So you get into marketing.
Yeah, so I got into marketing, and then I was like, okay, I graduate next
Yeah.
year. I have no marketing experience. And I went, where did I go? To like the career center or something. I asked one of the ladies there, maybe a counselor. I don't remember if that's what they're called exactly. But I asked her to like review my resume. And then I basically told her like, look, I work full time and like I haven't gotten any like marketing internships or whatever. So she was like, oh, there's this like program. It's basically like a marketing boot camp. You go there like Monday through Thursday night for like 3 hours a night, and it's like after work. And that was perfect for me because I was working at the bank, so I was like working like business hours. So I went, and then I went to go hear the talk, and then basically, yeah, that's how I kind of got into my career. What happened?
Oh, no, keep
She's
going.
just getting comfy.
I'm just trying to.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You won't be able to hear it. Only when you're talking,
Yeah.
you can hear it.
okay.
Yeah.
Jesus works his magic.
Oh, fancy.
Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, but then I like heard about this digital marketing program, so I joined and I loved it. I went through it as a student for a semester, and then I ended up teaching for the following 3 semesters. So yeah, I was a captain there. It was fun. I mean, basically they teach you like the fundamentals of really different like digital marketing. So like paid social, which is kind of like what Pau does, right? Yeah, and then I do like paid search, or they teach you analytics. You get certified to like launch campaigns on Google Ads. At the end of the program, you also work on a client project. So there's like a real business that comes in, and they kind of tell you like what they're going through, and you put together like this whole plan for them. And yeah, I mean, it was really good. I feel like teaching there is what really set me up for success. One of the times that I was a captain, we had people from Microsoft come in, and I volunteered to be the moderator for the panel. So I was like the one asking them the questions and stuff. And then I got to talk to them after. And basically we were going to move back to San Diego. Literally, like that was the plan. I didn't apply to any jobs. My plan was to move back to San Diego, move in with my parents. My sister was going to move away. And I was just going to keep working at the bank. And then I got recruited through LinkedIn for that job at Microsoft. So when I went to the interview, it was really easy because I had already met the team, and, you know, I had already been teaching there for, I think, a semester at the time. So yeah, my first job out of college was at Microsoft. I still remember when I went to my interview, and then I went to class after, and Pau and I had that class together.
And then your parents showed
she
up.
was like, so what happened? Are you going to stay? And I was like, I think so. Like, yeah, I was like, I guess I am. I need to find a new place to live. So I ended up having to like extend my apartment for another month. Yeah, that was an
And
adventure.
you and Pau had like pretty neat experiences out there because you guys did you guys both do internships at Google? Or?
I did the same
Yeah.
program that she's talking about.
Yeah.
And she had other internships too. Yeah.
You guys both did like crazy stuff. Like, I mean, you work with pretty big.
We had a
like,
wild
like
schedule.
Fortune 500 companies.
We'd get home at 11 p.m.
And
up at
somehow-
6 a.m. Like, I don't know.
And they are not morning people.
Yeah,
No.
they are.
Let me throw that in there.
No.
Somehow we were going out.
And
Like
still
we
would
were
go out,
going
yeah.
out. We were going to school. We were working full time. Paulina used to go into work at like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah. When I worked at the
it
coffee
was
shop,
crazy.
I had to be there at 5 in the morning.
It was
Yeah, no, I
crazy
remember.
times.
I would Uber.
Well, not that I remember, but you told me
I
that.
would Uber from the apartment to the coffee shop. That was an 8-minute walk because it was fucking 4:30 in the
Yeah.
morning and I was not about to walk. It was seriously like a 2-minute Uber.
Yeah,
I was
Uber.
like the Uber would pick me up and be like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, well, I mean, it's fucking 5 in the morning. I'm not gonna walk, you know.
Yeah.
But then I would Uber back too because then I was too tired. So we spent a lot of money on Uber.
Yeah.
all
We
the-
really did.
We funded Uber
Oh my
that year.
god. Yeah. You're welcome, Uber. No,
I hated
legit.
when they didn't. They're like, "Oh, we'll walk. It's just a few blocks away."
Dude, I always.
Few blocks,
What-
like fucking hills.
We were that meme that's like
Literally.
That friend.
that friend.
Let's just walk there.
walk
How
there.
are we in Italy?
I always tell this story. It was like one of Pau's first date. Where
And I
we
had just moved
freaking-
back, so I
yeah,
was
and we
used to the
walked
walks.
all across fucking North Park, and she's like, "It's just right there."
We walked from the North Park Brewery to Belching Beaver, which is like on the
Opposite
other
end.
side,
Yeah.
right? But like,
It's because
But I
was
wasn't
like a
used to walking.
15-minute
You
walk.
had just come from San
and I was trying to save him another parking.
yeah. Plus, Uber is expensive, but yeah, for us, it was like as long as it was like a 20-minute walk. No,
Yeah.
you should see Paulina and I literally walking up all the hills to go grocery shopping and then walking
Bitch.
back with our groceries.
Didn't
That
one of
was
your
a
guys'
fucking
bags
struggle.
rip one time or something? happened?
No,
Like,
the
there's
time
like
that
a funny
Danny
story.
fell.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's true.
Her asparagus flew.
No, dude. And then the worst part is that like I really hurt myself and like I was on the ground and everything. And then I was like, damn, I'm so embarrassed. You know, like Paulina saw me fall.
And I didn't.
And then she gets there and she's like, what happened? And I'm looking at her like, I fell. And she's like, I didn't have my glasses on.
Estoy bailando el breakdance.
Okay, so the story is that we were working out because
Yeah.
at the time
We had
didn't
just
have
moved
gym
there for, like, a
membership,
month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had just moved there and we were like, okay, dude, like running up these hills is gonna
Yeah.
fucking build our
Yeah.
butt, right? So we were like, let's do this.
We were going to go to San Diego for the first time because
For
it was
your
going to be my
birthday.
birthday. So like 2 weeks before my birthday, after all the drinking
Yeah.
and not sleeping. Yeah.
So we were like,
working
let's
out.
do this. So we were like running every day, right? Like after work or whatever, we would get home. This was before we started the program. And she was like, I'm going to go into Whole Foods to buy something. And I was like, okay, I'm going to keep running. And so like I ran around the Whole Foods and then I saw her like ahead of me. And I was like, oh, ahí está la Dani. Pero yo no sé cómo fue. I don't know if I went, I don't know what happened, but I really didn't see her fall. And when I saw her like sitting, I was like, oh, maybe she's waiting for me. Because she was just like sitting on the floor. And I was like, that's a weird place to wait, but whatever. Maybe she got tired. And so like I ran up to her and I was like, ¿Qué pasó? And I'm like looking down at her and she's looking up at me like, bitch, are you fucking serious? Like I like very few times have I seen Dani like annoyed as fuck at me. And like that was one of the times where I was like, oh, because she didn't fall. I
I
mean,
was
she's not
so
just waiting for me.
pissed.
Yeah, because she was just like, what the fuck?
Eres
like,
tonta, te gusta ser tonta.
I wasn't
she was
mad
just
at
like
Pau, but I was
annoyed.
so upset that I hurt myself.
Yeah.
Like I was pissed. And somehow
And it was a bad trip.
Yeah. And I ended up walking all the way back to my apartment or our apartment. And every time I would step, I would feel like a little bit go like
Yeah.
this inside
But
my
she
foot.
did.
Like,
She didn't say like. I mean, I knew she was
I was
hurt,
so
but like I didn't
upset.
realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
You know. And then we got there. Ya como que me dijo, and like the next day she couldn't move.
I
and
couldn't
was
walk.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
I-
you know, y yo todavía, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah.
But I remember like asking her and her being like, what the fuck? And then like turning and then seeing her keys like over there and her asparagus over there. And I was like,
because I was
oh, no.
scared of like stabbing myself with my keys, so I just like threw them out. Yeah, yeah. So what happened is like freaking San Francisco, there was a part of the concrete out, and I just didn't see it. So I've like,
Yeah.
just
So she ended up like, did you sprain
completely.
it?
Yeah, so
And, like,
I
she
like
had a
cracked
boot?
the bone on my foot, and I ended up having to wear a boot for like 3 months. And then I went to Kaiser, and it was like my first time going to the doctor because I grew up with like my uncle. So every time I would go to the doctor, I'd be like, oh, voy a ir con mi tío. So I used my insurance for the first time. I cried so much out there. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just really homesick. And like, this is also the first time I hurt myself. I had never hurt myself like that.
How do I insurance?
real. No, seriously, it was
Me
terrible.
están preguntando qué tengo.
No, dude, that was a preview. A few years later, walking out of Muni, a car ran over my foot, and I was like, "Please let it be the same foot, so I don't have to wear another. I don't have to buy another boot." It wasn't.
Wait, hold on. You said that so casually.
I forgot about that.
It was on Black Friday. Yeah, I had to go into work because the account I was working on. So this was like 2 years later. I was already like in my marketing job. This is maybe like my third job already. Yeah, and yeah, I had to go into the office, just me and my boss, because the account we worked on, like Black Friday, was like really big for them.
Yeah.
So when I was on my way back, I got off Muni, and literally as soon as I put my foot down, a van just drove over it. Like I felt the whole tire go over my foot, and I was like, and then the guy stopped, and he's like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then again, I walked home con la pata quebrada. Thankfully, nothing happened. My foot was swollen, but I was so pissed. I was like, God, you couldn't have like run over my left one. I have the left boot. I don't have the right one. Yeah, I don't want to go back there. I mean, I love visiting, but
No, I always say that. Like, it was such a great time, and like I loved the experience that we that time that we got to experience together. But I would not go back.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Have
a
you
wild
seen all
time
the
in our
videos
lives.
now? Like,
oh my God. Well, I almost
like, all
got.
She
the
was just
breaking-
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, and I almost got mugged. Remember that?
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I was like, maybe I told
she
you.
came back telling the story, but I think you just told me. I don't think you
Yeah.
told him, and I don't think I
Okay.
told you.
Yeah, dude. The last few times I've been up there, because I went up to San Francisco twice this month for work, I didn't go out. I was like, I just chill at the house. I'm honestly scared to go out at nighttime. It's really dangerous right now.
Well, I've seen like people
Yeah.
like leave their cars unlocked or like with their windows rolled down and their trunks open para que vean que pues
Que no hay nada.
No, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sí, de
or like
hecho-
in broad daylight, they'll like mug you. Or
Yeah.
like they'll start breaking your windows. Like I don't know if it's a stoplight or
Yeah.
something, but they'll like straight up break your windows.
No, it was really scary. Yeah, after that, even here, like when I'm walking at nighttime, I'm like, I know, I feel triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was scary. I had
That is
never
scary.
experienced danger. It's like, te lo juro que no podía dormir esa noche. Cerraba los ojos y veía a la señora. Yo, no mames, tengo miedo.
Danger.
Wait, hold on, you got mugged though.
I didn't.
I was like, well, we
No,
just-
she didn't. She put
Oh.
on her big girl
Almost.
panties.
Yeah, I really did. So, because I was up there for work, I met up with my cousin. I was like, oh yeah, let's go to dinner. So she like chose the place. And then after, she was going to give me a ride to my hotel. So we were walking out of the restaurant. And when we walked out of the restaurant, we crossed the street right away. And there were like a few people crossing the street with us. But then as soon as we crossed, they went the opposite way. So out of nowhere, we were like the only ones in the block. So we were walking, and then let's say like we're walking right here, and her car was parked right here. So we decided we were dumb for doing this, but we decided to cross through the park. And it was just the tiniest corner, like not even like 30 seconds walking through the park. Like apenitas y íbamos a cruzar el parque. Pero ya eran como las 10, I mean, maybe like 9:30. And out of nowhere, this lady just comes out of the darkness. And you know when you see in the movies when somebody's going to go hurt someone, how they have like that look in their eyes? I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
But that's how she was coming at us. And like at first I was like, okay, well, I don't want to like, just judge her or whatever, think that she's gonna do something. But as soon as she started like charging at us, my cousin was like, and she started like speed walking. And I wanted to speed walk too, but I was really sore that day. And I was wearing these boots with like heels. I was like, no voy a poder correr. And then when I was looking at her, I saw her look at my purse, which I was like holding like this. And then she looked at me and she wasn't breaking eye contact as she was coming towards me. So then I started backing up and I said, is everything okay? And she kept walking towards me and I just backed up more and I guided her to like walk in front of me. So because I took the steps back and my cousin ran a little bit faster, we ended up kind of like cornering her. So then, yeah, she was like, the world doesn't stop because of me, and then started walking around the circle like crazy.
that's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
But it was scary, yeah.
Yeah, that is scary. It's dangerous.
And I haven't been out ever since in San Francisco, yeah. And it's
dangerous
like,
world out
It
there.
is. Sometimes I
is
like
scary.
Like I'm on TikTok and I'll like see like random videos or like
Yeah.
people in parking lots. This last one I always send them to my sister because I'm always super fucking paranoid about my sister being out alone. Like one, she has
Well,
the
with the
girls,
girls, yeah.
and then two, mi hermana super despistada.
It's scary.
So like I like send her these videos and I was like, look, this shit just fucking happened at Walmart. Because she's always at Walmart.
No, actually,
Yeah.
something happened to my cousin at Walmart too. Yeah, no. So with the baby, we have to be really careful.
Yeah. And then something happened in this Walgreens that's right up, well, relatively close to us, where someone was getting into their car after they had bought something from Walgreens, and then there was a guy in the parking lot, and as soon as they opened the door to get into the car, the guy that was walking in the parking lot got into the lady's car. And I don't know what the fuck happened. He se armó un pleito, but it's just so scary.
Scary. Yeah. I mean, 2 of my friends out there have gotten their windows broken into.
Damn.
Yeah. It's not the place to be right now.
No.
Yeah, no,
I feel like we were there at a good time. Like,
Yeah.
there was sketch things happening, but like,
Yeah.
Pero
you know,
andábamos a gusto.
just like the zombie drug that
Yeah.
fucking couldn't get off at a certain uni stop because there was zombie people and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was scary. I remember that the moment I decided that I needed to move away from San Francisco, I had just gotten off work and I was like crossing the street to take Muni or the public transportation. And out of nowhere, in the busiest street in the financial district, this guy's just shooting himself. And like a big fear of mine is the homeless just like stabbing me with their needle. And then I
Okay,
get AIDS.
I definitely have that fear too.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do think about that.
No, it scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me so much. Yeah.
Or like
be a
San Diego.
summer.
San Diego's pretty freaking
Dude,
bad
downtown
right now.
is bad.
Yeah.
So
It's
bad.
bad.
Downtown Diego is,
Like, I'd be
is
so mad to pay all that money to live in downtown, and then you walk out to that
Seriously.
shit
Yeah.
like in your sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
there's
just
nothing
full
you
of
can do
shit,
about
yeah.
it. Fucking smells everywhere. Like,
Horrible,
it smells
dude.
so bad.
So
I'm
bad.
Like, dude.
Like the restaurants are doing so like all like just the
Yeah.
businesses in the gas sump are doing so bad right now because of like the homeless
Yeah,
problem.
it's really bad. And then right now in San Francisco, it's like extra bad because I guess they got some type of. Maybe I shouldn't say this because I don't have all the facts, but yeah.
The one where they can steal up to $950
Well, that's all
without
California
repercussions.
now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is
yeah,
it all of California?
Oh, it's all in California?
De lo que yo tengo entendido, sí.
Oh, I thought it was only San Francisco.
No.
too.
Oh yeah. So in San Francisco, you walk into Target, Walgreens, everything is in like the clear cabinets. Like you need to ask for assistance to get like a
hueva.
freaking toothpaste and shit.
Damn, even toothpaste?
Yeah, like it's really annoying right now. Yeah, because that's what they're putting away. Like
Or
they
like
know.
the hygiene and like...
Yeah, because that's the whole point of it, right? Like they're allowed to steal up to that much for their basic needs, and obviously those are basic needs.
That's wild.
Yeah. I can't with all that right
Yeah,
now.
I
But
don't know. Anyway, before we start getting political.
No, for real. Ya me agüité.
Yeah.
you guys may also know Dani as Blissful Boards.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Going back to her hustle mentality.
Oh my God, yes. Actually, I don't think we mentioned this, but there was a point where Paulina and I wanted to like open our own bakery.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't gonna open a bakery. We were gonna go sell our baked goods at a farmer's market. Yeah, and it was gonna be called like Infinite Love. No. I already wanted to get it tattooed, an infinite sign, and then it would say like love. Yeah, no, it was a whole thing because we love to
were
bake.
young, okay?
we really like
we
to
were still in high
bake.
school at the time, right? Yeah, we
Yeah.
did love to bake.
I
Yeah.
mean, she did do something sweet by Pau.
And then
Yeah. Because that's actually what I wanted to go to school for. I wanted to make cakes. And my dad was like, nah, I'm not going to pay for that shit. You're going to go get a real degree. And I was like, okay, well then what can I do? Si no voy a ser pastelera.
Dani la pastelera.
But then he was like, you don't have to go get a degree for that. You'll just take classes at Michael's. So I did take like cake decorating classes at Michael's, and I took like all the levels, and I learned how to make like the frosting roses and stuff, which I probably don't know how to do anymore. This was a really long time ago. But anyway, as the pandemic started, I was like, damn, everybody has a side hustle. Like, it was, no sé, te lo juro que me dio comezón. Dije, yo también, ¿qué voy a vender? And then I was like, charcuterie boards, because those were like cool. I think they look really cool.
They were.
And I made some for my birthday. They were terrible. If we pull up the pictures, I'll send you the pictures and you can pull them up. They were so bad, but all of my tías were hyping me up. They're like, oh my God, te quedaron hermosas, tienes que venderlas. Yo pagaría por esto, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like
Pues
a good idea. For real. And then like a few days later, they followed up. So like, did you make the Instagram? And I was like, oh shit, like maybe I should do it. And then, yeah, I just did it. And then I hung out with Paulina and she helped me create my logo. And then she was like, I'll do it too. But she was selling sweets. And then we came up with something sweet.
Yeah.
And
then
it
we
was
had a
literally-
board together.
Yeah. And it was literally, let's call it like something sweet. And then it's like, wait, something sweet. That sounds good. Yeah, I remember that. At you guys' first apartment. Yeah.
We went to take pictures at the park.
Yeah, we did. And then we made our board and we launched with what was it called?
The sweet board.
The sweet board, yeah, because it was something sweet and blissful boards. You know, we combined the names, so it was called the sweet board, and it was like half cheese and meat, and you know, we'll post a picture of that too.
That was like
yeah,
the
good old
worst time
times.
of my life. Because I had just gotten the gastric bypass and I couldn't fucking eat. And then
Y la
here
Paulina y la Daniee
she
haciendo-
is and then here she is over there making boards at the house, and I'm just over here like with my fucking protein shake, all fucking pissed.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, you supported us since day one too, and it was
Yeah.
hard for you. So obviously, we're just returning the love.
And
I do remember I got back that week from my surgery, and then you're like, we're gonna go take pictures of these boards, and I'm over here taking pictures of your guys' stuff. I'm
En el
like,
zacate.
tengo un chingo de hambre.
Dame mi consomé.
No. And Pau and I were like, oh yeah, let's just do it for Thanksgiving. We launch October 4th or something. And then by Thanksgiving, we got like 40 orders.
oh my God, we
We
didn't know
made
what to do with
40
our lives.
boards. No, honestly, that day, nunca me había visto tan roja. Like, I was like, it was a lot. Then for Christmas, we were super busy too. And then I feel like we did it for like maybe another 6 months. And then I got another job, and I was like, no, I need to focus on, like, I went in-house. I used to work at a marketing agency. Then I finally got like an in-house job, which was like a goal of mine. At an agency, you work with multiple clients. In-house, you're the client. So like, I wanted to be the client because like, you know, kissing ass in the agency is really hard.
I've seen Paulina stressed, but I don't think I had ever seen her as stressed as when she had something sweet.
Towards
During-
the end.
Yeah.
But no, during the holidays.
Oh, during the holidays, Christmas, the
Yeah.
fucking hot cocoa bomb. I have
Triggered,
nightmares. I'm
triggered.
triggered right now. Yeah. Oh my
There
God.
was days that I didn't want to come home. I was like, oh, she's got an order of 20 right now.
Dude, it's crazy because I think about it and like the money was there. Like the
Yeah.
money was worth it.
I miss
and
that.
every year since then during like the holidays, I'm like,
like,
well,
should I?
one
She
like
gets an
last
itch.
year, I
Yeah.
was like, should I make a like?
What do you
now
guys
I
say?
know, you know.
Should we make a
but
comeback for the holidays?
Damn, do we make a comeback? I could use
I
the
mean,
money.
I thought about it, and I was like, let's just sell one size only, because that was the thing. I was
We have to be
offering
smart
4
about
different
it now,
sizes,
yeah.
and like, ¿qué quieres? ¿Qué queso quieres? Ahorita voy y lo compro. Nada más.
The letter ones too.
Oh,
those
yeah,
were
I was
cool.
doing the letter
Those
ones
were
too.
so
Yeah,
cool.
that's so true.
Y la
Yeah.
cosa es que te salían bien bonitos.
Ajá. Sí, la Meli me ayudó. I was like, Meli, can you make me a board? I really want to stay in Arizona another week.
That's true. And now
She
Meli makes
did,
her
she
own
did.
blissful
Yeah,
boards
yeah.
for her family.
She really did. She
But-
really did.
So let's talk about how Meli and her family were like our number one
Oh,
supporters.
heck yeah. Since day one.
Always buying our boards.
Since day one. Yeah.
Shout out to my mom.
For
Yeah.
real. Gracias, Nina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I did
that
do
was a
some
good time.
deliveries.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they did.
Always.
They would
For
come
things
through.
She would like
Te
put
prestaba
out,
la tabla.
No, you know, she would put out like Pau would put out like a seasonal or something new. My mom, luego, ya le compré.
She would even send me TikToks of things I should do. And I was like, yes,
Nice,
yes,
yeah.
I'll do that. But yeah, times were stressful. We also just didn't know how to manage it. Like we wanted
Yeah.
to please everyone.
Yeah.
And that's what got stressful for me, where it was like, I hated saying no because people were so mean when you would say no. And it's like, I'm sorry, like this is not my full-time job.
Yeah.
And at the beginning when we started, I was working from home, but then I went back into office. So then it got really hard to do like the office and the baking because like it takes a long time. Like you have to
Yeah.
prep and all these things, you know. So it's like
Do
can't
then
really
the
do things
cleanup.
during the week. Yeah, and then the cleanup. I felt like
Cleaning
my
up.
kitchen was always dirty. Like no matter how many times I would clean it, it was still sticky.
Y
to
luego
me.
iba a tu casa y a
Freaking
cajas everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't miss that.
No, seriously, I think we're all getting triggered. It was a great time, a
I
great
loved it.
experience.
I
yeah.
loved
It was
But,
a great experience.
Yeah. I also felt like, damn, ¿de dónde salió este talento? You know, I was like, I didn't even know I could do this. And then people think I can cook, and I'm like, I just know how to put food together and make it look pretty. I feel like I can low-key cook now, but yeah. So yeah, we didn't open our bakery or sell at the farmer's market, but we did make the sweet
We
board.
did.
Yeah.
We still
full
manifested
circle
it,
moment.
yep.
Full circle moment. Yeah. Honestly, like making the boards was fun. What wasn't fun was handling the Instagram. Just like having to answer so many questions. It's like I wrote down a very detailed menu so you wouldn't have any questions, and you
People
still have
had
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was hard. And then I remember this one guy. He asked me at least 20 questions. And then he was like, I need my board ready at 6 a.m. on like a Thursday or something. Ya ahí voy a madrugar como a las 4:30 a hacerle su tabla. Didn't get there until like 8. And then when he got there, obviously I had already fallen asleep. Duh. And then the lady from the leasing office, I had just moved there. She texted me. She's like, hey, there's this guy looking for Dani. And like, I'm assuming I'm the only Daniela there or something. And he was like, that he's looking for a board. Y dije, no manches, van a pensar que estoy aquí vendiendo cosas. And then he gave me attitude, and I was like, yeah, I had already fallen asleep. Like, you said 6 a.m. And then, I never heard from him again. I'm still bitter about that one.
You don't need those kind of customers anyway.
Despertarme temprano y luego para que llegara 2 horas tarde.
And didn't even let you know
that part. Like,
A
didn't even
mini.
let you
Damn,
know.
but it wasn't even worth it.
No. And he started with like, I want a large. I want the most special board you have. It's for me and my wife. It's our anniversary. Can you add this, this, and that? Yeah. Screw that guy.
Yeah.
Don't be
It's
that
because
guy.
of people like that.
Yeah, for real. Don't be that guy.
People are very entitled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like people.
Yeah.
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 There's a long list of.
Oh my God. And then since we're talking about blissful boards, shout out to Jocelyn because she also really helped me
did,
out. So I don't know
yeah.
if you guys remember at the time when I had just started, I moved to LA. For like 20 minutes and then I moved back.
It like didn't even happen.
For real. No, ya se me olvidó. But yeah, during the time I was out there, she was like handling all the orders down here and like, recreating all the boards. And we did make a lot of really cool boards. Like we did a few weddings. And then I think the coolest thing was that this influencer did reach out to me when I was in LA. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing, you know? And I took her like special boards for Valentine's Day, and then she posted like all over her Instagram. She had like over 1 million followers, so I had definitely felt like I made it. And I was like, okay, I got a new job, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. Do you still have the Instagram?
Yeah.
Do you still go into it?
No.
No. Do you still get messages?
Yeah, no, I was getting messages.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, so are you just like never going to come back? And I was like, damn, I kind of ghosted everyone. I didn't even make an announcement.
You know, I think about that because I'm like, okay, what if one day I do just want to come back? And then everybody's like, no, fuck you, bitch. Like, you just left and never came back.
But you're entitled to leave.
Yeah. No, I think we can come back. I think we can come back. Yeah. Just for like 20 minutes. And they were like, okay, we're gone again. No, and then there was this one girl, because I remember we put like, no, not accepting new orders or something like that. And somebody messaged me and she's like, hi, I'm friends of your sister. And then I asked Andrea and she was like, yo ni la conozco. I was like, damn.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well.
People are crazy.
I'm still not taking new orders.
I had to learn how to make them because my mom would always be like, Meli, pídele una cheese board a la Dani when she stopped making them. So then I felt bad. I was like, it's okay, Mom, just pay for it. I'll make it.
No, I still make them. I still got it. I was up in Arizona last month, and when I got to my cousin's, I was putting my dog's food away because he has all the allergies, so he needs to eat fresh food. When I opened the fridge, I see like all the charcuterie board stuff, and I was like, oh, are we making a board? And they were like, yeah, look, we got the fruit and everything. I was like, hell yeah, I've been missing it.
They didn't even tell you. They were like, we're just going to buy all the stuff.
I was like, I'm happy to do it, of course. Yeah.
My parents to this day still
They still ask for
boards.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
honestly.
Pau makes a board.
Yeah, I know. I
Heck
make
yeah,
them too.
Yeah. No, I remember I even took like a class with this girl that was like famous in the cheese world.
That's
so
true,
I like
you
took her
did.
class and I learned like how to cut certain cheese or how to make roses and stuff, which I mean, you can find most of the stuff on TikTok.
But it's kind of cool to take
Yeah.
take the hands-on
Yeah.
route, you know? Because you also, like, there might be something you can't learn on TikTok. Or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
Or just the experience in itself.
There is this one girl who I just always loved her work, and I would say like she's the one who I would get the most inspired from. Her handle, I'm pretty sure, is Loverboards. Yeah, and she's like in Orange County or something, so maybe it's like Loverboards OC. But she ended up doing I Love Sarai's engagement party or one of her events, and I was like, damn, that could have been me.
Those goals, yeah.
But good for her too, you know?
Yes.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're manifesting this shit.
Heck yeah.
¿Y tú, Meli? A ver, ¿cuándo vas a empezar tu negocio? Tú sabes hacer muchas cosas.
Dude, nuestra amiga bien talentosa.
Súper talentosa.
Fuck that.
Every time she does something, I'm like, oh, you should
Everybody's
start
like,
that.
just
She's
start
Las
business. And
manzanas,
I'm
dude.
like, no.
She's like, did you just not hear that I'm tired?
I know. Girl.
I mean, it would be nice
Maybe
to
one
make
day.
more money, but no.
It's funny because we always talk about like when we help with the parties, like with the with
party
our friends,
planning.
like the party planning business.
Well, what did I put the one time? The bichotas party planning?
Yeah,
Maybe I'll do that one day.
one day. But
Yeah,
fuck,
do it,
it's
do
a lot
it.
of work.
I think that's one business that I have considered just because of my mom too.
Yeah.
She would love that shit. Like,
She's so creative.
my mom is super creative. She can throw a whole party for you, and
That's awesome.
it's like DIY, non-expensive too.
Yeah,
I love her. Shout out to
that.
her. Because
Heck yeah.
honestly, I at my house, I am the least creative one. Yo sé limpiar, yo sé cocinar, pero I am not creative.
But you
I'm not
are.
artistic. No.
You are pretty creative.
All right, pull up her work too.
So I wouldn't start a. No. I don't like people, and when you like, I mean, okay,
It's the customer service
manage
aspect.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I did customer service like all my life. I mean, I did a call center. I worked at Guess. I worked at a fitness center. Like I worked at a dental office. I can work with people. I'm very nice. I come off as a very nice person.
I always forget
You
that
are
you worked at the
nice.
fitness center. That's
that was
true.
my
I saw
first
Zumba.
job.
That was my first job.
Max used to teach us Zumba class.
remember?
Yeah, what a time.
Oh man.
I remember I got that job because my parents would always take my cell phone away. I was like, you know what? I need to pay for my phone. And I got a
To
job,
pay for
and I
your
would
own
pay for
phone?
my cell phone. And then my
That's
dad
true.
would
You've
tell
been paying
me.
for your phone for a long time.
My dad would tell me something
My
and be
parents took
like,
it
try
from
to
me.
take, because they always took my phone away. And I'm like, you can't take it. I pay for it. Es mi casa. Fuck.
All right, now I gotta get a job to buy myself a house.
Dude, even till this day, I still pay for my cell phone.
Good
Yeah.
for you,
I-
amiga.
I'm
still on my
I could be
parents'
paying
plan.
$25 on the business line.
I'm on
but,
my
you
mom's
know.
plan too, but she doesn't fucking pay for my cell phone.
Oh yeah, no, I tell my dad I
The
already
fuck,
pay for
Carla?
everything else.
I already pay for everything else too, Carla.
real.
Just kidding. Just
Ándale, Carla. No, but yeah, that's
I
funny.
mean, my dad started my side business for me. I do paperwork.
yeah, he did. He said, you know what? We're gonna
Aquí hay talento.
we're gonna get you some more money. Es que si no lo hace su papá por ella, pues ella no lo iba a hacer. Así. He knows his daughter.
Seriously.
Yeah. I don't like extra work.
No,
None of us do.
For real.
I'm waiting for the
I
podcast
say
to
that
blow
though,
up.
but I am.
But we like the money.
Working. Yeah.
We like the dineros.
Yeah. My
For
dad
real.
always taught me that. You want something, work for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Every day when I have, well, not every day, but when I have really hard days at work, I'm like, there's a very fine line between being a strong, independent woman and finding a sugar daddy.
I told Meli the other day, I was like, let me know if you find one that's okay with me having a boyfriend.
Or even if he's not, like, just,
Just pretend we're
Yeah,
not
just
together.
Are you my brother? Is that why we live together or what the fuck?
I don't know.
Okay, but
I'll be
honestly,
your-
though-
What's up, Bad Bunny
Hey,
song? Dile que somos
I don't know
primos.
how girls can do that. Oh, the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
What
okay.
happened?
Oh,
Water.
No, the water fell.
It's fine. Well,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
pick it up
it's
right
just
now.
water.
I don't know how girls can do that.
I don't know.
I'll be your.
And it's very common. Like, when you go out, you see them, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend who used to have sugar daddies. Yeah, like she would have multiple sugar daddies, and like one would pay for like her rent.
She was living the life.
One would pay for like her movers, for her groceries, but like it was a hustle. I mean, she was like going out every night.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still considered work. I mean,
see?
yeah, it's a different type of work, but you still got to put in some.
But
type
you know,
of work,
she did always say that she never did anything with them, and that a lot of these guys are just really old and they just want company or they just want to talk to someone, and like it would never last. Like she wouldn't have the same sugar daddy for like more than like a month or something, because it was more like, okay, well, pay me for my time, and then
But how would she find them?
through an app
Oh, there's
or a
an app.
website or something.
I
Yeah.
need that. We need that app. Shit, I used to be a CNA. I used to wipe ass.
Y yo acá
free.
matando.
Yeah.
You're real, dude. I do think about that all the time. I'm like, all these people on OnlyFans. And you're okay.
I know.
All these people selling their underwear and shit. Yo por no querer ponerle la cara al calzón. I cannot.
Yeah, I can't do that whole shit.
We're just more traditional, a
Yeah.
little conservative over here.
Just a little.
I don't know about the sexual favors.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah.
I'm down to go to dinner with you, and
But that's what she said.
I
That it was
also
all dinner.
feel
You are.
bad. Like, I don't know. Like, even now, like, I don't like going out and having people pay for my dinner, like guys. You know what I mean? So then just having someone fucking do that.
La Meli con su sugar daddy ofreciendo pagar la cena.
Entonces, ¿para qué quieres sugar daddy, amiga? A ver, explícame.
De que
Sería nice,
se
pero no
contradice
quiero.
eso. Se contradice eso.
That's one of the reasons why I wouldn't be able to do it, though, because I can't take advantage of people. And I feel like, in a way, I mean, maybe it's not taking
But
advantage.
like these people
of
have to have
someone.
just money to blow, right? That's
But,
why
I mean,
they do
I
it.
feel like I don't think at that point I don't think it's taking advantage of them because they're also putting themselves in the position of like, let me take care of you.
Yeah, I guess.
When I was in San Francisco and I worked
But
at...
then with that, it's like you have to give something in return.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess not
dinero
all the
no
time.
es, ¿eh?
Sometimes
Dinero
it's
no
just
quieren.
company.
Yeah, that's what they say, company.
When we were in San Francisco and I worked at the coffee shop, I had this customer, older man, that I thought was married, but like I wasn't sure. And he invited me out to dinner one night. And I was like...
Wait, I think I remember
Yeah.
this.
For a while, like, cause we would always have really good conversations because he would always go at like an off time. So there was never busy when he was there. So like I would give him his coffee and like he would sit at the bar and we would talk. And like he was like in the politics in San Francisco. So like he like knew a lot of people and like we would have really good conversations. He would also always ask me about school and stuff. And at one point I was like, well, maybe the guy's trying to like give me a job or something because like of who he is. I don't know. But I never went to the dinner. And till this day, like, I always wonder, like, how that would have gone if I would have gone to the dinner. Like, was he, like, was it a sugar daddy moment? Or was it just a genuine, like, you know, because we would have good conversations. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's so weird. You were like 22 and this man was like canoso and shit.
You know, but like I do till this day wonder, like,
why didn't you go?
Because
we could have a different life, Paulina.
Because it was just weird. I don't know. I felt weird about it. And like what if it was something like shady or maybe not shady and it was like a sugar daddy moment, but like then he would see me at work every day because he would go every single day to get coffee. And he lived in the area. So he wasn't not going to go
every
there
day too.
Did he stop going after the dinner?
Well, we didn't go to dinner.
No, well, after that, after you didn't go to dinner.
He would, and then he, because he gave me his number. Okay, and like seriously, I put the number in my phone wrong. And I did text him. Like I did send him the message because he was like, oh, just send me a message so I have your number. And then like we'll make the plans. And so like I did send the message, but it sent green and he had an iPhone. So I was like, oh, that's weird. And then whatever, right? Until then the next day he came in, he was like, you never called or like you never text. And I was like, well, actually I did. And like I showed him and he was a little put off by it. Like his whole like demeanor changed, which is what makes me think that it was
I think
a
it
sugar
was
daddy
definitely
moment. Yeah.
that type of moment. Yeah.
Was he handsome?
No, he was he was like Indian.
Okay.
I do. He did tell me where he wanted to take me to dinner, and my mom told me, she's like, "Oh, that place is really good," because she had been, and I was like, "Well, fuck, missed out on a good dinner." But I don't know, it just didn't. Something in me just didn't let me. You know,
You
so I was
just
like,
know.
oh. Yeah, there was
just
like a
know.
gut feeling behind it, so I was like, I'm just
Plus, it's
gonna
not
do
like
it.
you really missed out on good dinner. We were eating
Yeah,
good
we
out
were
there.
fucking eating good for sure.
Everybody told me we were gonna eat Maruchan only and stuff. Nah,
$40
I was eating-
ramen. That's what we were eating.
And I'm kind of sad that
Honestly,
we haven't gone.
To San
Can we
Francisco.
please go?
I know.
Yeah.
I went like so many times while you guys lived up there.
Yeah.
You did. Dude, Meli
You
would
really
come
did.
through.
Yes.
Any fucking moment, Danny and I were feeling a little bit homesick. Ahí aparecía la Meli, and I was
I
like,
know.
oh, this is perfect.
Only not the first year por pinche landlord que teníamos, no nos
yeah.
dejaba
I
tener
remember.
visita.
Yeah. It's like,
I was gonna go the 2 times Ozzy and Jesus.
No
went.
way.
really?
They went
Yeah.
twice?
They went twice.
Or
They went once.
And we hosted
The
them
taser
once.
time.
once.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
once.
That
That was
have a
during my
scarf
birthday
Yeah,
for the Mexico
yeah.
game.
I was gonna go that day or that time, but
Damn,
then like
Mario.
I didn't know who Danny was and I didn't know who you were, so I just was gonna feel super uncomfortable because I only knew Meli, Ozzy, and Jesus, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna show up to these random girls' apartment.
And we stayed in their apartment,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
on colchones.
Sí.
todo.
No, but that apartment was so fun.
Yeah,
I wish
that
we
was
would have
fun.
lived there the whole time. Yeah, Paulina found that apartment and it was honestly
Remember?
so cool.
I was like, Danny, you have to go see it.
Yeah.
I went to see it first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is great. Like for the price and everything we're getting, it was literally up the street from the apartment that we lived at the time. And I was like, Danny, you have to go see it. And she was like, okay. And then she went on her own time and she texted me. She was like, we have to have it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Did I go to the first one?
Yeah, the little
Probably,
one all the
yeah.
way in the back. You did go. You just couldn't
I'm sure you went.
stay. Yeah, the time that you went up with irrelevant. I can't remember her name.
Okay, let's not.
That time, but you stayed at a hotel.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure you guys went.
I think I did. Yeah, I'm trying to think
into
because
the apartment.
Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. Yeah, we were still living in that apartment.
Remember, like you would go. It was a little store, and you would go in through the door, and like you would go all the way down the hallway, and then you would go up, like into the landlord's house, and then to the right.
no,
It was tiny white French doors. No,
no.
maybe you
never.
didn't
Maybe
go.
she didn't go,
never.
yeah.
No,
You know,
because
thought-
I did go up there when you guys were living there, but I did stay somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we just met at the bar or at your hotel or something. Yeah, that landlord was crazy. I've thought about going to say hi so many times because I usually stay like
In the
within the
area?
area. Yeah, so I'm like, maybe I should stop by. I don't know if I told you this, but I actually I walked into the Wells Fargo that I used to work at.
No.
All of my coworkers from before, except like 2 of them, were there. It was like walking into the past, I swear. Like, same everything. They changed locations, but it was really nice to catch up and see everyone.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
They changed locations?
Yeah, that Wells Fargo that it was, it's like an empty lot now.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they're where the Chase was.
Oh, wow.
And donde trabajó la Paulina. Yeah.
That's funny. I've been wanting to go back. I feel like I'm at that point where like, okay, I'm ready to like
Yeah.
go see how it is now.
Yeah.
Relive some moments. Still want to go to Limon even though I know it's really expensive.
So
It went up in price so much. I went
Yeah.
earlier this year.
I just want the mac
haven't
and
been
cheese.
back ever since.
Honestly.
It was like $100 each,
Like-
and we order what we usually order. And before it was
Fuck.
$50
Uh-huh.
each. Remember?
Or
and
we
it was
would pay
$100
like
bucks.
one time Danny wanted to get some like sangria jarra and I was like, nope, ain't doing that.
It's not in the budget.
No, dude.
Not in my budget this time.
We love Limon so much. That's where we celebrated our graduation.
Dude, it's good.
It's so good.
But truly,
yeah.
I just want the mac and cheese. So
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go together. Honestly, I feel like that's something that I really like about the job that I'm in, just how often I get to go up there. And it just like reminds me of another version of myself, you know? And I was like, okay, I need to get back into that, you know, like get back into the grind mode, I feel like.
yeah, because sea como sea, like San Diego does kind of slow you down.
Yeah.
Like it's different. It's just a
totally
different,
different tempo.
vibe. Like people's mentality, like that mentality is just not here yet. It's getting here. Like I feel like a lot more people are kind of like understanding the switching the jobs and like the moving up and you know like working towards more, but it's slowly getting to San Diego.
To someone about that over the weekend. I was like, I feel like something that, I mean, obviously I love San Diego and it's home and I love everybody here, but it kind of does, like I miss that aspect of it. I feel like here it's a little bit more chill or
Which is
like I
fine,
learned that you can't just straight up ask somebody, so like, what do you do for work? You know, like you have to start the conversation some another way.
Well, it's because it's a business world in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
Everybody, yeah.
And people here like work doesn't define.
yeah.
Like
Literally.
And over there, it's like, wait, it's my personality.
yeah. It really is.
Yeah, I'm over here like on my 4th job this year.
Dude,
I'm looking
Mario
for my
understood the assignment.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't live in a SF, but I get
But
the
I
vibe.
get it.
Yeah.
And I'm already looking for my 5th. Only
Good.
been here 3 months.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time I was in school, I only had 2 jobs. At each one of them, I lasted 4 years. And I graduated maybe 5 years ago, and I've had like 5 different jobs now.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. For me, it's different. Like I'm different in the aspect that like I get not that I get tired of it easily because I hate when people tell me what to do,
You have
And
a problem
I-
with authority?
and I hate idiot bosses.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of those.
And it really it makes me angry when I know I can run it differently, but I can't because my position doesn't allow me, and I'm not gonna put myself in a position where like it's kind of like where it's above my pay grade type of deal. Like, why should I be doing this for you? Why should I be doing this? Like, you're the boss, bro. Like,
Yeah.
porque eres tonto, te gusta ser tonto. So I just get tired really easily, and as soon as I see like one little not a little mistake, but like I see something off, and like now that thing is bothering me, I'm just like, this is fucking stupid ass company. Why am I wasting my time here? And I start looking for something else.
Have you ever dug deeper and thought maybe it's something else?
Maybe.
Because the only reason I asked that is because somebody asked me that.
I know you started a podcast, but therapy helps.
I mean, I've never actually asked myself what it could possibly be, but yeah.
Like somebody asked me because I would get bored in it like instantly, and like I hated. I didn't want to be at the job, and like maybe I wouldn't switch right away, but like I would just be like, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to do this job. And by the time I left, I would end up leaving on bad terms because I was just so over it by that time that I was like
silently
ready to
quit.
get out,
Yeah.
right? And like thankfully at the job that I'm at now, like I have my moments where I'm like, okay, and it's never because I want to leave the job. It's always because I want more money, and I know that the only way I'm gonna get more money is if I get a different job. But I'm finally at a point where I'm like, I mean, I'm okay here, you know? And like, I don't think it's the job itself because it's kind of the same thing I've been doing, but I think it's just like I'm in a different place in my life where I'm like, I don't feel the need to keep moving, you know? And it's not a comfort thing because I'm always thinking about like what's next, but it's more of a like internally I'm okay right now,
Yeah.
you know? So that's why I ask. I mean, not to get like all deep or
No,
anything.
I mean,
but
it's a valid question. And I don't think, Melly, were you going to say something?
I was gonna say she's done a lot of self work though.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, she does.
To get to, and you can see the difference, you know, and that has a lot to do with how you feel about what you're doing.
Yeah.
you know?
I just feel like ever since I closed the business, I've been searching for a more meaningful. I've been searching for more meaning in my life.
Yeah.
And
And how to incorporate that in making money.
yeah.
You know, like how to do something that you
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and you have a passion
Yeah,
for.
and coming
Yeah.
from a background where like I know I can start something and having something for myself, and then going back into like quote unquote corporate America
Yeah.
and working for somebody and working for their goal. It's like, yeah, ultimately I have a really great position on where I'm at right now, and I have a lot of flexibility, and my boss is not a micromanager. Like, he just comes from a different place that isn't, he's never been a business owner. So I just ever
that's why
since
he
that-
hired you.
yeah, which is why he hired me. But like, I'm searching for a more meaningful. I just want more meaning. And ever since I closed the business, I just been searching for that and searching for that and searching for that. And no matter where I'm at, I just get to a point where I'm not. I don't know if it's like maybe I'm unhappy, but I just don't feel like I'm doing something meaningful or contributing to something that's more meaningful. Like, I don't feel valid, I think. Or I don't know. It's,
No, I
No,
get that.
yeah.
Because your job was giving you that,
Yeah.
like, it was fulfilling you in that way before.
Yeah.
And I mean, if your job is not doing that now because you're technically not in, like, the owner position, then maybe you can find
yeah. and-
other outlets
Yeah,
to fulfill that
that's the
need.
podcast. But like before, like with the business, it was fun being able to give like, you know, it was a starter job, so it was a lot of like teenagers. So it was like being able to like coach them and
Give my sister a job.
yeah, giving them jobs.
Well,
and,
and
that
you
her
do
first
like
job?
that.
Yeah,
Like,
and-
you
Yeah.
do.
and like
Yeah.
watching them grow.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, and
She
like
worked at Firehouse before, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And that's true.
And then like watching them grow and like you know, when they came into the business, they were like shy and scared, and it was their first time ever like talking to customers and like, what do I do, and like running a place, and like then seeing them leave to like a better job or going to college or whatever it is, and I seen that growth, like that growth really made me happy, and I think I'm consistently looking for that.
Yeah.
And I just, no matter where I am, like I just don't find it, and I always look for like nitpicky things in like different jobs where I'm like I'm not fulfilled.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean,
We gotta think of we gotta like sit down and make a business plan and like what business you can start that gives you that fulfillment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have like business ideas like every other day.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like you really do. And that's why, like, it's kind of like I told you when you got this job, like this isn't your forever job. Like you're not
Yeah.
going to be there forever, you know? And like, this is the job that right now is giving you the ability to pursue your passion projects and start planning what you want to be doing 5 years from now, you
Yeah.
know? But like, there needs to be stability out
Yeah.
some, like to a certain extent.
It's stability, and I've seen it in a different type of light, where it's like maybe now gaining the experience that maybe I wouldn't have gained being a business owner. Because before I kind of just like threw myself in there and I was learning as I'm going, versus now I'm going into these businesses and learning different aspects of a bigger business, right?
Look
so
at
like
it this
now
way.
I'm in operations,
Yeah.
but I'm doing a lot of project management. So it's like, it's a lot of the stuff that I would have never would have considered doing, or maybe would have thought about doing, planning things out from beginning to end.
Right now, you're getting to do things you're getting to do things based off of trial and error
Yeah.
for somebody else's business. So like if something goes wrong, it's
your
not your
business, bye.
business. I mean, you know, like no shade to the company you're
Yeah.
working for. Like they're giving you that opportunity to do that and learn, you know? And so like you get to do that. And if it doesn't go well, then they tell you to change it up. And so like you're learning things that in the future for like will work for something else,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Definitely good knowledge.
Yeah.
I think any work experience.
Yeah.
Like you're not
Yeah.
wasting your
So-
time.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
you're building your resume,
Yeah.
and then also sometimes you just gotta take a job that you don't really love to be able to be prepared for the next job, you know?
Yeah.
Because the next job that you want, they're gonna want the business owner experience, or maybe when you're ready to open your next business, and you know, now you're gonna have this whole other experience, and maybe that will I don't know, save you another employee and another salary, and
Yeah.
now you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Or now you can give feedback, right? Because it's really hard when you don't know how to do something. You kind of just trust the other person. You don't really know how to fact check them or how to even ask questions, right? It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll just follow your lead. Now
Yeah.
you'll actually be able to,
Which
like,
is yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like now, I'm grateful for where I am right now because I am really learning a lot, and a lot of it is like what Paulina said, is like a lot of trial and error, and it's also in an environment that I've never been in. You know, a lot of my dad's company is blue collar, so it's like it's a different structure, it's different people,
Labor.
it's a different mindset. Yeah, it's labor, y la gente es muy diferente a lo que estoy haciendo ahorita. Like right now, it's a lot of software engineers, it's people
It's
who are in
techie.
project management.
it's different.
Yeah,
Techie.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
super techie, and then just like
I struggled with that.
The vocabulary is different. The way I
Yeah.
like carry myself in the office is different. And I'm also getting asked to do things where I'm just like, I had to Google what my boss is saying. I was like, what the fuck is this?
No.
Chat GPT.
Mario's like, they use big words at the office.
Like sitting in the foreman meetings, like, what? What
Yeah.
are you asking me?
He's like, I need a data structure for this, that, and the other. And I was like, data structure? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corporate America is no joke.
It's not.
Yeah, I got my first wrinkle working in my first marketing job. Or
She
my
gave it a
second.
name.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, like this is stressful. Yeah. And it is like learning a whole other language. Like the vocabulary that you learn, it's completely different. And
Yeah.
you have to know the lingo. And then they use so many acronyms. So
They
it's like if you don't
do.
know it, it's like, wait, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
my
had to ask
first
so many
my first
questions.
2 weeks I was like googling acronyms, and I was like PM in software engineering, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, project
Definition.
management.
Yeah.
I was like, I know that word. But now I like this past like 2 weeks, I've had to like come up with like a structure for a new CRM for them because I've never had one, or like how to track data. And like I know what they need, and it's funny because in my last job as an account manager, and then the one prior to that as a recruiter, I wouldn't have known what the hell I know now without those last two jobs. So which is now why like I see this job with a lot more clarity, and I'm a lot grateful about what I'm learning, because like I wouldn't be in the position where I am without those last two jobs, and I still wouldn't know the lingo without those two jobs. And now that I'm restructuring this the CRM for them, I was like, okay, now I know what you need, because this is what I needed when I was a recruiter and an account manager. So
And then for your next job, this one's also setting you up for
Exactly.
success, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the problem with authority for sure. And you're used to just
Yeah.
running your own script, you know? And it's hard. I had problems with authority for a really long time, you know? But eventually you just kind of realize that it's not so much the job, it's you. And it's just realizing that a job is a job.
Yeah.
And you clock out
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and whatever they told you, it doesn't really matter anymore, because I always say it, like, if you die tomorrow, they replace you and it doesn't matter. So you just
and that was
the job to the best of your ability, but also don't like let it define
that was
Yeah.
really hard for me
your day.
to kind of understand.
Yeah.
Well, because you come from
Because-
owning businesses
Yeah.
that
And
isn't
not-
just a job.
Yeah, and not only just owning the business, it's like I came from working with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the problems and a lot of the issues I brought home.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not being able to let
Separate
go
that.
and separate
Yeah.
that, I brought
That's
that into
hard.
like maybe my first job. And shout out one of my first supervisors, Tony. He was like, Mijo, like he loved me a lot. And like to this day, like I wish he could be my supervisor right now. He's like, Mijo,
Yeah, he's a good guy.
yeah, I would always tell him, I was like, Tony, like I did this and like I did it to the best of my abilities, and he goes, Mijo, that's the only thing I could ask for. And it was just so hard for me to like kind of like comprehend that. And I was like, no, it's because I want to do more, and I want to like be able to problem solve it or like figure it out. And he's like, no, if this is all you could do, like whatever, clock out, bro. Go home. We'll worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna clock out.
Mario's like, oh, what time is it?
It's 4 hours.
I love it.
I
Isn't
work
it
OT an
nice?
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like at work I'm Daniela, but in real life, that's what I always tell my coworkers. In real life, I go by Danny, but yeah.
In real life. I like that. You don't go by Daniee at work? Nice.
Yeah. My goal was always to go, like in my professional, like in my career, I wanted to go by as Elizabeth, my middle name, because I hate the way Daniela sounds. It's like, me llamo Daniela, no Daniela. And then obviously, I already knew the people that hired me for my first job. So I was like, well, there goes my dream. Because they were already calling me Daniee. And I was like, God damn. And then my next job, I knew someone too. So
It's funny in this new job that I have. It's like there's only like somos como tres Latinos in like this whole world of like software engineers that are either from India or son gringos. But one in charge of marketing, her name is Karen. And I was talking to her and I said, Karen, and she goes, thank you for calling me by my Latino name. Like, the whole day she was just so happy that I called her Karen because like she's so...
Karen?
It's
yeah,
a
it's Karen.
Karen.
And then it has such a bad
I was gonna say,
connotation to it
especially
now.
that name.
I know,
Karen.
that's true. I know, I hate it too. There's a couple people at work that will call me Pauline.
Or
like
Paulina.
Paula.
But I'm like,
You're not
where,
finished.
like, there's an
You
A
didn't
at the
finish.
end of my name, you know, and like they'll put it in the email, and I'm like, okay, like my email address, my signature,
there.
like what is going on here? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you guys are just white.
Or people spell Daniela with 2 L's.
Yeah,
Or Danielle.
Danielle. Yeah,
Can't. What
It's a struggle,
Yeah, seriously. It is a struggle. I'm also the only Latina at my company too.
Are you really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Let me fact check this. Yeah. Yeah, I just met everybody. The team outing, yeah.
Meli, does
I
it
am.
bother you when we call you Melissa?
No.
You're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Nah, because fuck people. I hate you.
I mean,
I just block 'em
honestly,
out.
it's just Melissa, Melissa. Like, it's...
Yeah.
There's times where I'll be like, oh, my name's Melissa. Melissa? I'm like, yeah.
I always forget that you
Or
guys
I
have
say-
full names. Con Pau, I would call her
Daniee,
Pau
Meli,
or
Pau.
Meli.
Daniee,
Yeah.
Mario. Oh, remember you were supposed to go by Rio.
By what?
Oh.
Rio.
Rio?
Yeah, remember? Because you were like, we need to give Mario a nickname. And I was like, Rio.
When did we have this conversation?
Yeah, during
Were
the
we
pandemic or
there?
something. Probably.
I wasn't there.
Like, I don't remember this conversation, but yeah. Rio. That's funny.
At work.
You can go, you can go by Rio at work. That can be your alter ego.
Hoy vino Mario. Hoy vino Rio.
He's Edwini.
Yeah.
Hey, he gets mad.
I know. That's what I
At
do
work,
it.
a lot of my employees, they've known me for like, they've worked with my dad for
Yeah.
years. And so they'll like be like,
Desde
Meli.
que estabas así.
They'll be like, Meli. And they'll be like, Melissa, me siento bien informal diciéndote Meli. It's like, eres mi jefa. I'm like, it's okay. You can call me Meli.
That's funny.
1, 2, 3. Comadreando.
Ready? ¿Cómo se dice stretch?
Melissa, estirar.
¿Cómo se dice basketball?
Mario, baloncesto.
¿Cómo se dice wound?
A Melissa, herida.
I took too long.
Every time I hear herida, it reminds me of, I know it's not the same word, but Juan Gabriel.
Querida. ¿Cómo se dice eraser?
Oh, Dani, borrador.
¿Cómo se dice winter?
Dani, invierno.
¿Cómo se dice snake?
Dani, víbora.
No. So I say víbora
Serpiente.
tú. No, tú. I said víbora tú. Tampoco serpiente. I know.
Cascabel. No te creas. No
¿Cómo
sé
se
qué
dice
es.
qué?
Snake.
Snake.
The 2 words you say, I say
Serpiente,
2,
víbora.
but no.
Mario. Culebra.
No way.
That's how they have it. Yeah, I
I
know.
did know that too.
¿Cómo se dice belt?
Dani, cinto.
Mario Cincho.
No, no. Sí es cinto, pero es...
Meli, cinturón.
Yeah.
Ah, sí es cierto.
¿Cómo se dice fountain?
Dani, fuente.
¿Cómo se dice floor?
Dani, piso.
Yes. She did come from Mexico, guys.
I'm like trying to say my name. Mira, Dani.
She said I have to make up for the
For
first
real,
few
I
rounds.
was slow.
¿Cómo se dice spider?
Dani, araña.
¿Cómo se dice throat?
Mario Garganta.
¿Cómo se dice skirt?
Mario
Dani, falda.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
How many?
Best 2 out of 3.
Okay. Rock.
Wait, do you go rock, paper, scissors, go, or just rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors.
You don't go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You just go for add scissors.
I think I go at scissors,
Okay.
yeah. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock,
paper, scissors.
Fuck!
Ya gané.
So ya
Pásame mi
tú-
cartita.
oh, no, pues sí, ya
Ya
ves.
fueron dos.
She said rock, paper, scissors.
¿Cómo se dice barrier?
barrier. Like,
Mario Frontera.
No.
No es Dani. No, es obstáculo.
Melissa, barrera.
Yep. ¿Cómo se dice skunk?
Melissa.
Dani.
Give her 5 seconds. 5.
No. I
¿Zorrillo?
don't yeah, there you go.
¿Cómo se dice hanger?
Melissa, gancho.
¿Cómo se dice soap?
Dani, jabón.
¿Cómo se dice to break?
Melissa, quebrar.
Romper.
Oh, you didn't say your name.
Oh, Dani, romper. No, dáselo a Mario.
¿Cómo se dice challenge?
Fuck, this one always gets me.
1 hour later.
Mario. Retar.
Yeah.
No.
No? Oh, damn.
2 hours later.
This is the last one, guys.
This one always gets me.
Brain fart. I was like, I don't know any words right now.
That does happen to me too. Like the easiest word, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Obstacle.
No. What was it again?
Challenge.
No, pues quién sabe.
I would have said
Starts with
retar.
the
No
D.
sabo.
With the what?
With D.
1 eternity later.
Yeah, this one's a hard one. I wouldn't have gotten it either.
My mom would be disappointed.
My mom too is yelling at the her radio right now.
Yeah, your mom knows this one.
She does because she said it.
to us. Fuck. Desfío?
Desafío.
Desafío.
Nobody gets this
Fuck,
one.
no, I would have.
I wouldn't have thought about that. Ya se me había olvidado esa palabra.
Big word alert.
Thank you,
Yo soy
Yosabo.
español de rancho.
Seriously. Thank you, Yosabo the Game, for sponsoring Comadreando con Pau. If you haven't come across this fast-growing game on social media yet, you're in for a treat. Yosabo the Game is a captivating Latino card game that will take your game nights to new heights. Created by first-generation Latino graduates, this game was born out of a desire to embrace and improve their Spanish.
Prepare to put your Spanish skills to the test. Dive into exciting trivia and tackle fun challenges. And guess what?
What?
Yo Sabo the Game also has 2 incredible expansion packs. Sana Sana, Colita de Rana, and Noches Embrujadas.
We have one.
These expansions will add even more excitement to your game night. Support this amazing small business and grab your copy of Yo Sabo the Game. Visit them at yosabothegame.com or find them on their social media platforms at yosabo_the_game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yosabo.
Muchas gracias, Yo Sabo.
Gracias.
Your words still
Entonces,
still
¿quién
trick
ganó o
us.
qué?
How many did you
Tú, amiga, aquí
I'm
ya.
pretty sure you won, dude. 1,
Tú
2,
ganaste.
3,
Yeah?
4.
Yes.
4.
Cool.
4 or 5. Sí, la Dani ganó. She said cool. I want to know who won.
Anyways,
Okay.
so we're getting into it because we've been
Getting into Comadreando.
recording for 3 hours.
You guys
And
excited?
Y'all
This has
were
been a
worried.
good time.
Y'all were
Platicar.
worried. Yeah.
You're the first guests that get to do Comadreando with me.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, we're special then.
This person said, I work in a high rise in downtown. I hate riding elevators with people. I'm that person that presses the shit out of the close button when I see people trying to get on. Meli, did you send this? Dude, for real though, I'm like that too. I'm like not the hold the door open. I'm just like, if it closes, it closes. Oops.
Dude, I'm over here holding the door open for people.
Sometimes I feel bad.
Yeah, I feel bad.
It depends.
Yeah.
Depends on like who the person is and stuff. But for the most part, like I won't close the door on them, but like if it doesn't open, I'm like, I mean,
not
if it
gonna
doesn't
try to
close.
I'm also the type of person that is, if I see somebody going into the elevator, I'll walk fucking slow.
Me too.
And I'll like
Wait.
Until
I'll
let
just
it
wait. Yeah,
close.
even if it's just one person, I'm like, I'll just get the
Or like
next
if it's
one.
like closing, I won't press the button until I hear the elevator move so that it doesn't open again with
Elevator
do that,
small
yeah.
talk is so awkward.
I know.
Sometimes.
Well, I guess I just don't talk to anybody. Just
Get in the elevator.
And if anything, if I'm by the numbers, I'd be like, what number? And then press it for them.
Yeah.
I hate the elevator small talk though. Like when I'm working with my dad and they see me with all the machines and they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
aquí barriendo in a fucking big ass machine, dude.
All right. Thanks for telling us because that's funny. I think a lot of people would relate to that.
Yeah.
One time I was texting my mom about my ex's mom. I was talking shit about her. I was telling my mom that this bitch was awful and she didn't have good hygiene and that she's batshit crazy. Plus, the lady hated me anyways. Anyways, when I hit send, I put my phone away in my purse. Then I checked my phone because my mom called me and answered. And I was like, oh my God, did you see my text I just sent you? And she said, what text? I'm like, you didn't get it? She checks her phone, nothing. I checked my phone and lo and behold, I had sent the text to my ex. He never told me anything. I'm sure he held it against me. I could care less. It was the truth. He was a piece of shit too. Thank you guys for this platform. It's amazing. Love you guys and keep it up. Thank you for sending in your story.
Thank you for sending
This
your
is
story.
why we have
seriously.
this platform. Dude, that's funny.
At least it was an ex and not like your current
for real.
boyfriend.
Okay, I actually have
So-
a story to share because
Okay.
something similar happened to me. But when I was working at this one job, I had this like new boss, and him and I were just not getting along. And then he asked me to do something, and I was so pissed off. I went to my computer to send a message to my coworker, and instead I sent it to my boss. I sent it to him. I was so upset. I put his email because I was just thinking about his name. Yeah, and then he came out and he said something. Thankfully, it wasn't super bad, but yeah, that did happen to me too.
I'm so scared to like talk shit on Teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I changed
like-
it to text too.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Or-
text me.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'm presenting and I'm like so scared that like sometimes like a coworker would be like, oh, this shit fucking happened. So now my Teams only has the alert as like so and so.
Oh, que no enseña el mensaje. Yeah,
No,
always.
no preview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always put my. Well, you probably can't do it on your laptop.
On your
my,
Mac.
on do not disturb. Yeah.
Well, it's because I present a lot.
Yeah. Well, but
Yeah.
if you put the
On
Mac
do not
on do not
disturb.
disturb, it doesn't come up.
Oh, I can probably do that
Yeah.
on the HP, no?
But
I
also,
don't know.
I'm wondering if the notifications actually do come up when you're sharing your screen.
They don't.
Right?
No,
But
but it's
if
like
it's-
a Mac do not disturb, not a
Oh.
Teams do not
Oh, no,
disturb.
no. I mean, like when you're not on Do Not Disturb, like the Zoom note
Oh.
to only share the screen that you're sharing.
No, they come up.
I think like everything.
Unless you choose, because there's like an option to just choose, like to
I always
share.
do that. Yeah, so I don't share my full screen. I'll share the one
That
specific,
one specific
window.
thing. Oh, okay, yeah.
Before I
always do
present, I always like message everybody that I know that talks shit, and I'm like, "Hey, don't be sending anything."
I'm
right
sure
now."
you can mute your Teams. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I'm
like a do not
yeah,
disturb.
when you're presenting a Teams, I don't know about Slack or anything, but Teams, it has a little thing next to your
Yeah.
name that says "is presenting." So
I thought this person was gonna say that she sent a text to her
To
ex's
suegra.
mom.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But
I've sent messages I'm not supposed to.
yeah.
Or the worst is when you take a screenshot.
I've
and
done that.
Oh my God.
That is
I-
the worst.
I'm pretty sure I've done that, but at least it wasn't anything bad.
I remember
I did.
a
Mine
long
was a bad
time
one.
ago. Long, like I was probably like in middle school. I was on three-way, but like three-way
You
I
mean girl
shouldn't have
somebody?
been on.
Oh.
Yeah, well, no, I went
No,
back
like the
to the
call.
other call, talking shit about the other person, but it was the person.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it was bad.
Ay,
And at the time, I
Paulina.
thought my world was gonna end.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. Now I'm like, wait, pinche
Nada que ver,
risa,
no?
Pero
I know.
When I sent the wrong, like the screenshot, I was like, sorry, that was to my best friend.
oh yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you gotta just own up to it at this point.
I'll
Like,
always remember. It's not a screenshot, but I always remember. Bao had the picture of one of my exes.
boy, it was a screenshot, and I had sent it
Yeah,
to
she
Meli.
had and she's like, oh, fuck.
It was the first picture in my album, and I like opened the album to show him something, and I was like, pues ya lo vio. And I literally told him, I was like, se la mandé a Meli, está bien fea.
I'm dead. Just speaking facts.
All right, we got an update from the suegra.
Suegra.
lover. Okay, it says hi PM and
I
J,
really
except it's
cannot
not J
fucking see.
today. It's PM and
It's just PM.
M and D.
Yeah.
PM and D. It's the suegra lover. I've been MIA for a bit, but I always tune in every week. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, it's because we called them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work has been getting crazy, and my girlfriend now works from home, so it's been harder to sneak away with my suegra. She still lives at home with her. We are still sneaking around when we can, but I think my girlfriend is starting to get suspicious. Not of me and her mom, but just of me in general. She
Whoa.
keeps hinting to wanting to share locations, and when she brings it up, me hago el menso, or I just tell her there's no need to share locations, and that's not what real couples do. No offense to you and mi compa Mario. I know you guys have shared on the pod that you guys share locations. Yes, we do, but not because of like...
I think one time we just shared it for like
Stalker
safety.
needs,
Yeah, I don't
And then
remember
we
what it
just
was
never
and it never
unshared
went
it,
away.
yeah.
But I feel that. I totally understand. But if you're not hiding anything, there's no need to not share your location.
Clearly
You're obviously hiding something.
Yeah.
Thanks for the update. I guess. Sorry,
I
it's
don't
getting
feel
hard
bad
for you,
for you.
but I don't know what to tell you.
I don't feel bad for you. Like you're like, oh, life is getting hard. You know,
If you
like,
guys think I'm harsh,
like
I brought these two in.
For a reason.
I'm sorry, but just fucking leave your girlfriend. If you really like the suegra that much, go with the suegra.
But like, imagine he does leave the girlfriend, and like he ends up.
And then ends up
Padrastro.
dating the suegra.
I mean, it's better than not that it's better, but what's the end game to this?
I know that.
Like,
that's
you
what I
know
wanted
what
to
I mean?
do.
Like-
They answered. We
Yeah.
asked that, and he said, like, I don't necessarily know what the end game is. I guess we're just going along with for
Like
the ride
at
or
one
something
point,
like that.
like, damn, I'd fucking hate my mom.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think about
Yeah.
too.
Like,
Is
you
like
know?
the girl finding out that
Of course
her
she's gonna
mom.
find
It's
out.
more the mom betrayal.
like fuck the
like
man.
you expect it from the
yeah.
boyfriend, right?
But the mom, like, dude, I'm your daughter.
yeah.
For real. It's like so sad. Those girls that have the moms that like compete with them, you know?
Where'd you go? I'm like, Mario went MIA in the middle of a video podcast. No, because we were talking. What's he gonna do? Put a picture of you on the couch?
You should have left the.
Anyways, thanks for the update. We still love your updates. Keep sending them, you know?
Yeah, we want to know the cheese, mate. You just ain't shit. Sorry, not sorry.
No,
All right.
it's
She's
the
not sorry.
gaslighting for me, making
Yeah.
the girl feel like she's
I know.
crazy. Why do you need to share locations? Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, my point of view on sharing locations is like you should do it as long as you're not taking like advantage of it. Like
I
I
was
think
gonna
it's
ask you guys
weird.
what you guys' opinion on.
Yeah, so I don't like it when people are like, "Oh, I was checking your location to see like what you were doing or blah blah blah." Like that makes me feel weird. I
Yeah.
check locations when like somebody's on their way or
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Like I think that's when it's like convenient or like, you know, if I'm out on like a date from a dating app, then yeah, please track my ass, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
I
no, I definitely feel like I've gotten like a little bit more private with that. I used to just want to share with everyone, and I'm like, why was I even doing that?
Yeah.
I think only Pau, my mom, and Jesus have my location. And Jesus was like super
Jesus
random.
had my location for the longest time
Yeah.
because we went somewhere and it just shared it, and then I never.
I have
unshared
his
it.
right now because he shared it with me when he
Yeah.
ran over the dog and was like, and I just I still have it. But the only people that have my location are the people in this room.
yeah. And your mom.
Well, for
No, my
me,
mom
it's-
doesn't have my location.
Oh yeah,
You
your mom like
guys-
randomly shares it and like unshares
And then
it.
unshares it, yeah.
Yeah, my mom like religiously follows my location.
Yeah.
But she won't share hers. I'm like, lady, I want to know when you're coming home and I want to leave. Just kidding, mom.
For
I love
real.
you. But that's my only toxic sharing location relationship with my mom.
With your mom?
Yeah. But I'd rather share my location than have her ask me 50 times.
Yeah.
¿Dónde andas? ¿Con quién andas? I was like, dude, you have my location. No me preguntes.
Yeah.
Like, even if you see I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, like, you're not allowed to ask me because I'm already sharing the location, so deal with it.
Yeah. Sometimes when you guys don't answer my text for a really long time, I'll check. Just to make sure you guys are okay, you know? Like, you like went MIA a couple weekends ago. Like, Danny and I kept talking on the chat and like you wouldn't answer. And I was like, is she okay?
That was my weekend when I didn't want to talk to
Yeah,
her.
and then I saw you were at home
su
and I was like,
casa.
oh, she's fine. Yeah. But I was like, just making sure you guys are okay, you know? Like,
Yeah, for safety. You see?
Yeah.
I think that's the right way to
Danny
use
would
it.
see my location in the middle of the night and see me far as fuck. And
yeah.
she's like,
Oh, yeah, bitch.
Ah, mira dónde anda esta chamacona. Ya va a venir el chisme bueno. Buen chisme.
Danny, not secretly, but like, con maña hace planes de que queremos el
Hay que
chisme.
vernos. Hace mucho que no nos vemos. ¿Y qué me cuentan?
I don't hide anything from them.
No.
Okay. I caught my partner cheating on me, so I broke up with him while he was at work. Picked up our dog from our apartment. The dog was a gift from him to me. And
Why do you look at me?
because you always want to take all you away from me. And at the time I was going through a very tough time. I am gay and had just come out to my family and they rejected me. I was working at a bar, so I had no real connection to the city. So I quickly packed a few things and now I live in Florida with my dog and we're doing amazing. We have a listener from Florida. Wow.
How cool.
Shout out Floridians.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Me too. Wait, he's not done. Also, Mario, if you ever want to come party in Florida, you're more than welcome. Sorry,
Like
Comadre
Miami?
Pau. A bitch gotta shoot her shot. I love this. Go to Florida.
Amen.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Pay my flight. I'm down.
No, but for real, I do love that for you. You know, you really said, fuck this shit. I'm not
You
putting
said,
up
fuck
with
the
this.
cheating.
And I'm
You took
taking
the
my dog.
Yeah.
As it should have been.
And you're living happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mejor solo que mal
Sorry,
acompañado.
Shooting your shot at my boyfriend, but it's cool.
All right, we're not
No
toxic
hard
here.
feelings.
Yeah,
We're not toxic here.
I hope Florida's working out for you.
I always told Mario if he wants, experiment things, he can.
You got money?
You trying to be a sugar daddy? Ay, no. Bueno, pues gracias por compartir esto.
And shooting your shot.
Yeah. And
Te
thanks for
mandaron
listening
flores.
to us.
Yeah. Hope you put all your friends on.
Somebody said, these stories make me appreciate my healthy relationship. Thank you, Comadre Pau. Facts, dude. Honestly, yeah. I saw this TikTok the other day that was like, you're not bored. You're just in a healthy relationship. And I was like, not that I'm bored,
Yeah.
but it's like, sometimes it's just like, we don't have like any drama in our lives like
No.
that. And it's like, we don't fight very often or anything. And sometimes it's like, I'm just picking a fight to fucking get some action in my life.
I'm so dead.
And I'm over here like, let me watch Suits, bro.
Like the other day I was like on empty, like literally I had like 5 miles to get to Costco and Mario was in the car with me and he was like going crazy. I was like, sometimes you just need some adrenaline in your life.
Oh my God. Hold on.
And I was like, this is as exciting as my life gets sometimes,
We gotta pause
you know?
Comadreando. I totally forgot that was on my topics. That was my one topic that I wrote
Okay,
down.
yeah,
before
for
we
this
move on, I
podcast.
just want to say that these stories make Meli and I think that we're single. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, okay, I really am enjoying this
Seriously.
right now. Yeah.
Why do girls insist on driving on fucking empty?
You know,
it gives
sometimes
me
we're
so
just
much
busy and, like,
anxiety.
Yeah. Gas is
The other day I
chore.
got off work and I was like, Mom, I was all the way in Del Mar. I called my mom and I was like, it says it takes 28 miles to get to your house and I have 28 miles in my car. Do you think I'll make it to your... She's like, Melissa, just put gas. And I'm
I
like, dude, I don't want
would.
to fucking go
My
put
mom
gas.
did that the other day.
Myself.
And is this a Pisces thing? Because she literally called me. She's like, I'm in North
It's
Park.
not a Pisces
I
thing
have
because
20
I get
miles
to half
left.
a
Do you think
tank
I make it to Costco
and
on
I
8th
want to fill
Street?
it up.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
my sister's car actually did run out of gas, and one of her friends had to bring her some gas. Yeah, so it does happen.
No, it does
No,
happen.
yeah.
But it's funny because Mario's
I just
always
like to push it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, the car says I have 5 miles left, but like technically I
really
have
have
like
5 miles. There's like
10.
Why? No.
You see? It's just a thing. We'll make it.
We were going to fucking Costco, and I legit was not even talking to her.
He
I was
wasn't.
looking at the
He was
window.
so
I was
annoyed.
like,
He's like, I'm gonna have to push the car. It was like 90 degrees outside. I was like, no, you're not. Like, we're gonna make it. We live like 3 miles away from Costco, and the car said I had 5 miles.
You're like
left.
Mita. The other day, Mita calls my mom. She's like, I only have like 10 miles in my car. Bring me gas. My mom's like, you can make it to the gas station with 10
So,
miles.
I don't work that. Like, how far is Kearney
That's
Mesa
so
from
funny.
the house? Like 20
like
miles?
20. Yeah.
Like 20, 25 miles. And like I get paranoid as soon as I hit like a quarter of a tank. And one of the days I was like super late for work, and my car was like, hey, you have 80 miles till empty. And I was like, baby, you think I make it to
Oh my
freaking
God.
back?
You make it, dude.
And
Or
there's
like,
a gas station right next to my fucking job.
Yeah.
Like it's like
You
the building
are
where
like
I work,
Mita.
and there's an Arco right here.
or whenever we go to TJ, like I do agree, put gas before going
Oh,
to
yeah,
TJ
for
because
sure.
like you don't
You
want to
don't
put
wanna
gas
waste
over
it.
there. But like he'll have like 200 miles left.
And
And
he's
still
like-
goes and puts gas. And I'm like, okay, dude, like we live 3 miles away
Yeah.
from
I
TJ.
I was like, what if I
and
gotta run away from some narcos? They're like
Vamos a-
behind me, and I gotta punch the gas.
Vamos al centro, o sea, nos como que vamos hasta.
Oh, yeah, no,
So,
I'm the
yeah.
worst with that.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, he was not loving it.
It gives me anxiety.
Anyways,
Got anxiety now.
I'm glad we make you appreciate your healthy relationship.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hi, PM Andy. I'm changing the J to D now. My dad was married 2 times before my mom. When he was with his second wife, he would travel a lot for work, which I knew. What I didn't know is that one night he came home to find his wife in bed with another man. Actually, walked in on them. He left the room and came back with a gun, shot the man dead, and wounded his wife. He turned himself in immediately and was sent to prison. He was sentenced to 10 years in a maximum security prison. In the last year he was in prison, which was the 4th year he got out for good behavior. And since the judge ruled it a crime of passion, he met the prison minister. The prison minister was my mom. My dad is a murderer. My mom was a minister. I am the product of a conjugal visit. They sent it in like 4
Shit,
different
like
ones, so I was so
sections,
confused. Yeah, I am a product of a.
Damn.
Fuck, I don't even know what to
That's a
say.
sick ass story though.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of crazy, but yeah.
Yeah. I hope your dad is no longer a murderer.
Sane.
I hope you are
We
doing
learned his
okay.
lesson.
I hope you went to therapy for this.
I do hope you've talked to someone about this.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think so.
He said,
since
"This is
they're
my
so
therapy,"
open.
or she. I don't know.
That's why.
I don't know either. It doesn't say. That is wild. That's a wild story. Thanks for
Yeah.
sending that in.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the wildest
Have you ever
stories.
talked to your mom about this? Like, how does your mom feel?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, maybe it was just. I mean,
I mean,
not.
you know,
It's not like he went to go shoot someone randomly.
No, I mean he caught his wife cheating on him. I get that. I
And
guess
I do
people
see
do
where
like,
that
And also,
people
did
cut,
he-
like,
Rage, though.
like come over with rage, right? And it's
Yeah.
just like you don't like black out kind of.
And did he like try to kill him when he like shot him, or did he just happen to like hit a vein and then
And
he
then
died?
kill.
You know, like that's a different
True.
story.
True.
I think you black out at the moment.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Like, you
Like
just see
it's
red and
it
you
has
just-
to be like a
Yeah.
rage moment, right? Like
Yeah.
not like oh mira, no
Nah,
voy a
uh-huh.
matar. Like
No.
Sometimes I have a lot of dark thoughts, and I like think about like if
Okay.
I were to ever to shoot somebody, but then like I like play it the situation out. I'm like, I would like shoot them in the kneecap.
Yeah, facts. Make them suffer.
Yeah.
Like,
I always think about that in movies.
balls.
I would make them suffer. Yeah, like shoot them in the ass or like shoot their dick off or I don't know. Like
Yeah. I always think of like when we're watching movies and they're like not shooting them, and I'm like, just shoot them in the kneecap. And
like,
like
you don't
he'll
need
fall
to kill
over.
someone.
Ay, tan
Yeah.
fácil. En la rodilla.
I have a lot of.
Oh man.
Like, that's weird, but like dreams of like me killing people.
Really?
You know, I've heard multiple
But like,
people in my
it's
life
because I
say
like
this.
war movies.
oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I always have like.
Do you like old war movies?
I like them all.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I really
all
like American Soldier. Like I really
yeah.
like, or
I
like,
didn't know this fact about you.
Yeah.
Or, like,
what
I
about
really-
like Lone Survivor? I think that one's great.
yeah, I really like those.
I think that's
maybe
a
it's
quality
spicy
movie.
thing.
Yeah.
I really like those.
And
movies.
like I'll have dreams like that, like I'm like camping with my family, and all of a sudden there's like a crazy shootout, and I'm over here like me and my dad are like shooting like with these crazy guns. It's weird.
Probably something that would happen in your life.
yeah, I was like, that's possible.
Oh, he's getting really impatient.
Come here.
She's like, it's usually 2 hours.
Yeah. My ex-girlfriend came clean about cheating on me, so I revenged fucked her best friend. Ouch. To this day, they are
Best
good
friend.
Yeah. To this day, they are good friends, and I don't think she knows. And I really just want to send her pictures of her friend gobbling down my penis.
Best friend.
We get a lot of these.
Yeah,
The fact that
there's
you
a
have
lot of those
pictures of
pictures.
this and she's okay with it. Does she know you have the pictures?
I mean, that's a pretty like she's had to be like.
Well, but if she's not looking up,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't close your eyes while you're sucking dick. Like most of the time, you,
I don't know. Actually, I do.
Mario, what do you know about this? You sound like an expert.
I know for real.
That's not how it's done.
well, because I look down and sometimes you make eye contact.
Well, yeah, but like
sometimes
sometimes you
eye
also
contact is
close.
necessary, but when you're like dying, you know, it's like, I want my eyes closed.
There's moments for everything, you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you know,
you're close,
the
sometimes you're
stairs,
looking
the
up.
seduction
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
like
Sometimes it's just like I gotta concentrate. Hold on.
yeah,
Don't send the pictures. Everything comes around.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
fuck you and the best friend.
Yeah.
Well, no, but she cheated first.
Oh.
Well, she cheated,
Oh, why the fuck are you?
and then
with
he
her?
revenge fucked her best friend.
Oh,
But that
My
had to mean-
ex-girlfriend came clean about cheating on me,
I
so I
feel like-
revenge
Oh,
fucked
okay,
her best
okay.
friend.
I feel like
It's fuck the best friend.
Well,
yeah.
no, but
It's
he had
3
to-
girls
Yeah.
right now, so yeah, we need the guys
But
peeled.
like
Yeah.
he had to be talking to the best friend, and there had to be some sort of chemistry before he revenge fucked
Yeah.
the friend.
like
Exactly.
True.
just fuck the best friend in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, you can't
Like,
just be like I can't just show
That's
up
not
at
a best
Daniee or
friend.
Meli's house and be like,
Oh, well,
hey,
no,
y'all
no,
wanna
that's
fuck?
not a best
no,
friend.
like there had to be some sort of there had to be
Yeah.
some sort
Melly
of
would be like, yeah, and then cut your dick off.
yeah.
Tricks you into it, and then fucking
There's all these sicarios at her house.
says, yeah, come over to my parents.
But there had to be some sort of
Yeah, I agree with
interaction.
Mario. Yeah.
That's
like,
true. Was there an
The
Yeah,
vibe
because
had
how
to
do
be
you have
there.
the comfort
Yeah.
of like?
No, that's
know?
true.
Yeah.
That is very
And,
true.
like-
There had to have already been some kind of
How was she
chemistry.
down? Yeah. Like, did you want to fuck her the whole time you were in the other relationship?
Yeah, that's true.
We
Sí,
need all
no
the
eres tan
facts.
santito.
Ajá, cálmate.
Borra esas fotos, cochino.
They're going to be like, damn, we don't want an audience for Comadreando.
No,
next time.
I always speak
Do you
my
guys? Shit, this is kind of putting you guys on blast, though. Jeez, maybe we might have to take this off. But do you guys make ex-boyfriends delete pictures before when you guys are gonna break up?
No, I mean it doesn't come up to topic like. I don't think.
I
Like, delete
honestly
pictures of-
Don't let them take pictures
Yeah.
of me. Yeah.
Or like pictures you guys have sent?
I mean, I would probably make you delete things. Yeah.
Yeah, like it has happened. So like I'm saying it because it's happened. Like I've had pictures been sent, and they're like, before you leave the house, delete everything in front of me.
I guess I don't know. I would have to. It was never something that happened to me, so I would have to be put in this position.
I feel like I deleted pictures once. Yeah, and then that was it. I don't know. The idea of pictures being out there just gives me too much anxiety.
Yeah.
I can't sleep at night, so I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I'll save that for my husband.
I agree. It gives me a lot of
Super
anxiety.
random question. Like,
I just don't. I mean, like, yeah, they'll show you they delete it, but there's ways. It's,
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And they're
all my
recently
shit,
deleted.
all of my shit is backed into Google Photos. So unless you're having someone go through the extra mile,
Yeah.
But then again, I also haven't had like horrible breakups where I'm like, oh, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do this shit.
Yeah, I
So,
think
like,
I would hope that it's just like you respect
Mutual
enough,
respect,
yeah,
you know?
to like
Yeah.
not do anything with those pictures. And
I feel like that's
Or
what we
videos
hope
or
for.
whatever.
What
Yeah.
do you think, Mario? Is
You're
there
like,
Are we
respect
being
there?
naive?
You're like
Yeah.
randomly on Pornhub.
you see, like
No, I
that would be.
I
fucking
think the
scary.
majority
Yeah.
of like my friends that do have those pictures don't really share it, and if they have it, they just keep it for personal use. But it's not like, I don't know. It was just a question that I answered.
Yeah.
like, no, I
I don't know.
antojen.
Que los vea cuando ande triste o algo.
Para que se acuerden.
Para que se acuerde.
That's a good point.
Que los vea cuando está teniendo sexo malo con alguien más. All right,
No, at that point, leave.
for real.
Bad
Compa
sex is
Mario, you talk a lot about sacrifices while owning. I like how everybody calls you compa now.
Yeah, it's after the. I feel like it's been after the.
Grupo firme.
Compa Mario.
Firme.
Oh.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about sacrifices while owning a business and when you start your passion project. Are there moments you regret not being there for? I'm going to let you answer that and then go into the next part.
At the moment, yes. Mostly because I am the type of person that gets a lot of FOMO. But in the long run, no. Because
Oh, like at the moment in the time, like in
Yeah.
time, in that time.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
like
at
if
the
there's a
moment right
weekend where I'm
Yeah, me
like,
too.
fuck. And it's happened a lot, especially when I was younger. It was like, oh, fuck. Like, I este festival, or we're going out for this person's birthday, we're going to TJ. And when I was younger, I didn't really appreciate what my dad was doing for me when he would make me work as much as he made me work. But now looking back at it, no. Like, I don't regret choosing work or working over a peda.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't feel like you were ever put in the position like you couldn't be at your niece's birthday or,
Yeah.
you know, like anything like that because of the family business.
Yeah. So, and then with the passion projects or whatever your passion project is, I'm assuming you're starting one because, I mean, what else would spark something like that? But I don't feel like your growth should be put before anything else.
Yeah.
Pedas siempre van a ver. There's always the next occasion.
Yeah.
But a moment for you to put a step forward for your financial wealth or your financial growth or,
Or just
your growth in general, like that moment would probably never there would probably never be a second moment of that. And you probably looking back at it, and especially if it's a passion project, you won't regret it. You won't regret missing that peda for something personal.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question. So no.
And then the second part says, and Comadre Pau, you being basically Mario's right hand through his first business and now Vive con Huevos, are there moments where you feel like maybe sacrificing things or moments can be too much or not worth it? I don't. I feel like ever since Mario and I started dating and he had Vitality Bowls, I always saw it as like a sacrifice. It wasn't even really a sacrifice in my mind, more like an investment for our future. Like I knew that we were sacrificing time, and it wasn't even like I never sacrificed time like with my family or with my friends. It was more like we sacrificed time as a couple because we didn't like have a lot of dates because he was working, or like the dates that we did have were, it was different, you know, like it wasn't your typical like going out every weekend on different dates and like going to, you know, like weekend getaways and things like that. It was more planned. I always looked at it as like an investment to our future and like things that were only benefiting us, you know. It wasn't like we were like doing, I don't know. It was just never anything that I felt was like a true sacrifice of like, oh, I regret not doing that. It's always been worth it for me. I feel like ever since from the beginning, it was like, yeah, that's your business. I get it. And yeah, there was times where I was like, fuck, I really want to do that in the moment. But like, I can't look back at any time right now and I could say like there was that one event that I really wanted to go to and I didn't get to go, you know, like I don't remember it. It obviously was not that important. And with Vive con Huevos, like I always told them, like start it and do it, and whatever day, whatever week, whatever it is that we need to do, like we'll figure it out. I've always been a huge believer that like you are where you need to be, and if you don't get to go to something or you don't get to do something, it's for another reason. So yeah, I don't think it's ever not been worth it.
Yeah. And then now with Vive con Huevos, like I feel like maybe the things that we have missed for events for the pod or for Vive con Huevos, like we've met a lot of cool people
yeah,
at
we have
those events.
The sacrifice was worth it or whatever.
And it's you know, only helping us grow even more. Cool.
And I also feel like you were looking at the bigger picture, you know, like you understand that. And at the end of the day, if you want a guy that's ambitious, if you want a guy that is going to have his own business, then you have to be ready for him to be busy and have priorities and be disciplined. And that's just what comes with it. If you don't want that, then don't date a business owner.
Exactly. No, seriously though, don't, because it is a lot of time invested into those businesses. And I didn't really understand it until we started dating, and to like how much went into owning a business. And to me, it was like, oh, cool. Like somebody owns their own business. They get to do whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want, you know? And then I really was like, no, you do not get to do any of it, actually. Like, why does anybody want to own a business?
Yeah, it's like that meme. It's like, I didn't want to work my 9 to 5.
So I work 24 hours.
7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, I mean, obviously the reward that comes from owning your own business and making those quote unquote sacrifices is way bigger than anything else, like in the moment.
Yeah.
This is a really weird one, and well, obviously only you can answer it, but it says, what is it with the male species and anal sex?
I don't know. I've never been one to be very fond of anal sex. That's a exit, not an entrance for me. It's not.
The other day I asked Mario if he'd let me put a strap on. And he said no. I obviously don't want to do that, but I was like, damn, like even if that was like my wildest dream and he fucking was like, no, we'd break up. And I was like, okay, good to know that you wouldn't.
I like to imagine myself all vulnerable.
I'm so done.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've never been a very big fan of anal sex, or it's never been like one of those like fetishes or something that I've always wanted to try or do. It's just kind of like, it's there, you know. It's kind of like like when you're in doggy style, it's just like, you know, like it's like a door, like you knock, but no one's ever home. So
Wrong one.
So you don't want to go in.
I think I saw a celebrity post like a, back when it was Twitter, right? And just like, wait, did you guys know that guys can see your butthole during sex?
That's true. I mean, not that like I didn't know that, but like you don't think about that. Yeah, and then you're like, yeah, that's true. You really are looking there. But maybe this was the wrong group to ask about the male species and anal sex. Maybe when Jesus,
we'll save it for
when Jesus is here, we'll re-ask
it.
Is it possible to still be in love with your ex? I'm afraid I will never stop loving them.
Okay, I'm not Comadre Pau.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say you'll feel that way until you don't, girl. So you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Or guy.
I agree. I think it's one of those things. I think depending on what your ex did and like who they are and stuff. But like, I think if it was like an amicable breakup and things, like you'll always have some kind of appreciation, you know, or like some kind of love towards them, because you still lived something with this person and obviously had feeling and like things got deep or whatever. But like you'll be okay, you know, and like one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, oh, I don't like, maybe I still care, or like hope they're okay, or you know, like if they die or something happens, like you obviously would feel some kind of way, but you wouldn't feel like I'm in love with them. There's a difference between loving and being in love, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of like it's going to be stupid the way I'm going to explain it right now. But like Harry Potter.
What the fuck?
And a Horcrux. like a part of you will always kind of not live in them. That's kind of weird to put it, but like you love them for a reason. And you love, like, a part of you will always love them for that, regardless of why you broke up or how you broke up.
You'll have some kind of
you
sense of
always
appreciation.
have some sort of.
I don't think you have to hate your ex.
No.
You can leave someone and love them.
Yeah.
There will always be.
Sylvia kind of talked about that in the podcast.
There will always be some sort of appreciation for what happened with them and in that point in your life.
Yeah. So you'll be okay.
Yeah.
You will be okay. Don't be afraid. You will stop loving them, I promise. Well, you'll stop being in love with them.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on talking dirty during sex? Do you like it? What's with all these sex questions today? Do you like it? I had an ex that would not only like me talking dirty, but would also like when I made her make animal sounds, like caw like a bird or moo like a cow.
That's dirty
My friends nicknamed her McDonald.
McDonald
had a farm.
Okay. Dirty
ahead.
talk is okay, but animal noises, it's a little weird.
I agree.
Sí, tampoco se pase. No
Move for me, bitch.
Like, what?
Imagine you just.
I'd be like, go home.
Yeah, that's a little weird. And shout out to you for doing it.
Yeah.
Like, would you actually be like, oh, during sex? Like, yeah, shout out to you for fulfilling her wildest dreams. I'm okay with the dirty sex, like the dirty talk during sex. Yeah. But the animal noises. Has Jesus told this story on here before? Or is it private? I don't
I
want to
think
put
he
him
might
on
have
the
told
spot
it like
that.
episode 1 or 2.
Oh, okay. I don't want to do that to
Yeah.
him. He's not here.
Yeah.
If he was here, I'd be like, are you okay with me telling your story?
I feel like you guys are going to have to go back to those questions.
I know we
Yeah.
are. We're going to save it on here. Not going to delete it. That's really funny that they nicknamed her McDonald. Would they
That's
call her that?
hilarious.
Like when you guys were still together, or was this like after you guys broke up?
No,
you
this
know?
was definitely during.
Like in the group
facts.
chat, was she
Homeboy, yeah.
McDonald?
No,
Like,
homeboy definitely went home that day and on Xbox was like, this
It
bitch.
would just make me move.
You see? And you're over here saying that they don't share pictures.
I know, for real.
Pictures
Oh
is different
no,
than
they
experiences.
will talk
yeah.
about everything.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, you know?
Yeah.
All right, 2 more questions, guys. Or stories, I don't know. One day I decided to go through my ex's phone while he was in the shower, and I found some messages I didn't want to see. So I grabbed his belt, and while he was in the shower, I started to beat his ass. Damn, that's crazy.
Damn.
Dude.
Your listeners are wild.
Dude, this is like one of those stories that I always say, like, I wish I was kind of crazy back in the day, because like I don't have a story like this, you know, but like that's freaking wild.
Meanwhile, I'm like, just take me home.
Yeah.
She fucking beat his
She said, just don't talk to me and
ass.
take me home.
No.
Yeah, just
in the
don't talk to me, take me
shower,
home.
dude. Imagine medio shampoo en el ojo.
Imagine I just opened the regadera and I'm like,
That's all and I would be so scared because it was Lisa's and then we had like a very slippery tile upstairs.
Lo que está pasando, Mario. Me abro la cabeza.
That guy all vulnerable in the corner of the shower.
It's because sometimes I'll mess with Belle and like
Oh
she's
my
taking a
God.
shower and I'll be like, let me see old titties. So I just imagine her just like, pendejo.
God damn.
I mean, not saying he didn't deserve it, but you know.
So
Could have waited till he got out of the shower.
also, like, what did you find in the phone? You
know.
know, like, what was it that made you react this way? Was it that
Honestly, though,
intense?
some people are just crazy. Like, I get it. You
El que
find
busca,
shit.
encuentra.
Yeah, but
For
just
real.
reaction-wise, I'm
Yeah.
just like, yo.
I know.
I guess
I'm like,
I'm
I
just-
guess this is where we break up.
I'm just not a reactive person. I
No,
think
you're
I'm just
not.
no. Okay, I take that back because I was like I had that crazy stage like, and I'm just like so tired now. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
"Qué
Not worth the
hueva,"
fight.
like
No.
you like I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like once you get out of a relationship like that, you're like, damn, I'm not staying for that long next time. Like, it's
And I'm
freaking
not
draining.
doing the most or being crazy or toxic.
And also, like, just having anxiety over someone else, just,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
being
not worth
shady.
it.
Nah,
You definitely don't want to be with anybody that causes
Yeah.
anxiety, you know?
for real.
Or
Also,
like anybody that even wants to make you look through their phone.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you have that gut feeling. And also, like, did you guys stay together after this?
Did you go to therapy?
Did he?
You go to school the next day?
All right, next one. My boyfriend refuses to go out with his boys, and I think this is such a turnoff. I'm all for my boyfriend spending time with me, but he will sometimes just not leave me alone. Sometimes I want to stay home alone and watch movies, and he won't make any plans and will either A, show up to my movie night, or B, stay home and text me all day or play iPhone games with me. Yeah, that would be a turnoff for me too.
Can't do it.
Así que no tiene amigos, pues.
Yeah.
Or he
You just have to
doesn't-
have your own life.
Yeah.
And, like, are they still in the honeymoon stage? Like, how long have you guys been dating?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of questions behind this. But even then, like, it's like,
Yeah,
if you just want
understand
a
why it's a turn off.
night alone, you want a night alone, you know?
Yeah.
And like honeymoon stage or not, cute that he wants to hang out with you, but respect the boundary.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him.
It's a conversation
Have the
for sure.
conversation like, hey, you know, I need my space. You need your space. Doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah.
Or I love you any less. It's just
Sometimes
it's what
you
I
just-
need for a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you need that
Communication.
time. You know, that
Honestly,
space.
yeah, a lot of things get solved with communication.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, a lot of people lack communication.
Yeah. I actually really learned that about myself this year. It's like, whoa, I really don't communicate. Like, you can't read my mind? That's so crazy.
I know, for real. But yeah, I get it. Sometimes you just like don't want to hurt their feelings and like not tell them or something, but it's only going to hinder your relationship
Yeah.
more in the future because the more and more it happens, the more annoyed you're going to get.
And unhappy.
And the more
then-
you're going to be unhappy and you're going to start being mean and he's not going to know why. And then it's just going to unravel into this like really bad thing. So
Yeah. And
Talk
I
to him.
think, yeah, like you just get scared to communicate because you don't want it to be like a fight or something. So something that I have been doing is just like setting the tone. Like, what is the goal of this conversation? You
Yeah.
know, like at the end of the day, I'm telling you this because I love you and like I love to spend time with you. But this is just the thing about me. Like, I need to spend time on my own, need my me time, need to not talk to anybody and eat my hot Cheeto cereal.
yeah, by myself. Like,
Actually, this kind of triggered like a question that, well, not a question, but I saw a video of these podcasters. They put out a reel that said, if you're not okay with your girlfriend going out on a girl's night or you're not comfortable with it, they basically said, get right with the friends and then so you can go out with them and like start buying them drinks or start buying them food so they keep on
Inviting.
so they continue inviting you out. But like at what point, I'm assuming it would work. Like
Ponte las pilas, Maria.
I'm trying. But at what point does it become kind of annoying? Because then it's like,
You're not giving
You're
your,
not
yeah, I'm
your
not
girl
giving her
time.
space, and I'm just kind of a tag along. Like,
Yeah.
And
Like-
also annoying to the friends, you know, it's like it's supposed to be girl time. You always want to bring your boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there should be a balance. You know?
balance.
Like
Yeah, it's a
there's
balance,
days where
exactly.
it can be everyone, and there's days where it's just the girls or just the boy. Like just as I'm sure it's annoying for the guys to always have the girlfriend there.
Yeah,
if
like
she always wants to be
always.
there, you know, like guys' conversations are proven to
with
be
girls.
very different when they're alone than when there's like even just one girl around.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like
I think it also goes back to how you were saying it goes like, if you don't feel comfortable with your girlfriend going out, like comfortable, why comfortable? Like if you don't trust someone to go out, why are you with them?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why people stay in these relationships where it's like, unless you see what they're fully doing or you're controlling what they're doing, then you don't trust them. Like, don't be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like, who's gonna stay home all the time? You know, maybe they'll do it in the beginning, but eventually they'll be like, okay, this is getting old. I miss going out and stuff.
Yeah. That concludes Comadreando, guys. Thank you so much. And thanks to Daniee and Meli for their input today.
Yay.
You guys didn't know you were going to have an audience for it, but you had one. And they were brutally honest.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
which we love here.
Why are you even doing that?
It's funny because I always when we first started recording Comadreando, and I was like really honest about like how I felt about the cheating and just like people being shady and the way they were being. I was like, damn, people are gonna stop sending in their stories. But like, I love that they just embrace it, and like they'll always be like, I know, Comadre Pau, I know how you feel about cheating, and I'm like, yeah, I do feel that way, but doesn't mean I don't want your story. Like, you know, I'm not. It's no shade to you personally.
I know how you feel, but his dick.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, for real. I really don't know who you are.
Anyways, guys, that concludes Comadreando.
That does conclude Comadreando. Damn, wow. We've been here for a long time, guys.
For a long ass time.
This is what happens when you vibe.
Yeah.
My ankles hurt.
My knees hurt for sure. I've been sitting crisscross this whole time.
the whole time. Like,
I know.
Hold on.
But amigas, thank you so much for being here. You do like it? You feel better?
You know, you're just like platicando.
Exactly. Exactly what it is.
Comadreando.
A little anxiety at first, but
no pun intended.
I'm telling you, then you get addicted after.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do it again.
Well, you guys are welcome
there's
here
so much I
anytime.
didn't say.
Yeah, exactly. And you always think about it after. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to go on a 12-day trip with you guys in 3 days. Sorry,
Thanks for
baby.
having
Sorry,
us.
Mario.
This is a no
Thank you,
guy.
Mario.
Yeah.
Thanks for
This is a no
letting
guys
us borrow your
Mario
girlfriend.
hates me. Last time I took you on a long ass trip too.
That's when I got freaking.
Please don't get pneumonia this time around.
She felt so bad. She's like,
No, but I was like hella stressed.
Well, you never told me
I
that
was,
you
like,
had
hella
pneumonia.
worried. I'll be fine this time.
Yes.
yes, you will.
But thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. We're definitely gonna have more runarounds. I don't see this
Now that they love
yet.
it.
Yeah, we're obsessed.
But just because it's your guys' first time, I do want to circle back and give you guys your flowers. I really do appreciate everything you guys do, not only for Pau, but for the brand and for your guys' selves. Both of you, well, all three of you really have come very far. And you guys have stepped out of your comfort zones. You guys have worked on your mental health, on your physical health. And you guys are growing as people. And you guys aren't afraid to not walk on eggshells and love life. And you guys are continuing to grow and expand your guys' horizons. And I'm just so happy for all you guys. I really am. I don't say this enough. And I'm trying to do this year. And the next following years is trying to show my appreciation for the people that I really do care about. And I think you two, well, I tell Paul all the time, but you two are probably some of the people that I've never really expressed how much I feel for you guys. Well, Meli has when I'm fucking drunk as fuck, but that's different from Sober Mario.
I feel like this is the first time I hear from Sober Mario for sure.
But I really do appreciate you guys, and I am very proud of how far you guys have come as people, as individuals, and seeing how far you guys are coming in your professional lives as well. And from when Pau and I first started dating and seeing you guys, well, Meli especially, because I've met Meli before I met Pau, but then Daniee came into
We're
my
actually
life.
really good friends. That's why I was so okay with them dating, because I just love Mario as a human. So I was like, okay, 2 humans I really like. I think that'll go good.
But you guys are really amazing human beings, and I really do hope you guys see what I see.
Me vas a llorar.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
And I can't wait to see what the future is in store for you guys. All three of you, really. And I can't wait to hear you guys' adventures when you guys come back from Costa Rica.
No, maybe we'll just have to jump on another pod to talk about our Costa Rica.
Maybe it was a one-way and I had to move out there. Who knows?
Maybe.
Hey.
I have heard people that go to Costa Rica never want to come back. So
I am leaving my laptop behind.
me too.
Same.
Yay. Thank
Maybe
you,
working
Mario.
one day, but yeah, thank you. We love you.
Yeah, and thanks for
appreciate
taking
you.
care of Pau and, you know, loving her and all. We love seeing her happy, so
I do my best.
yeah.
Síguele, porque si no te va mal.
Sí, sí. Ya escuchaste cómo les da a los demás, ¿no?
It's gonna whip my ass in the shower.
In the slippery shower. Most importantly. But yeah, I just want to say it's been so great to see you guys grow. And, you know, us three right here, we've been friends for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
So it's just really crazy how everything has changed. And
We didn't even talk about how we met.
yeah, I guess that's for another
For
pod.
another day.
It's another pod when I go on vacation and you guys are
Yes, because Mario's going to Colombia with his friends.
yeah,
Fun.
When?
He doesn't
hopefully.
know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it
Take
does
me.
take a...
We go too. We just go out, like we go out, you know, but just not together. Like,
oh, you're here? Checking the location the whole time.
making sure we're not like at the same place.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much again. We've been at this for like 3 hours, I think.
Yeah,
Jesus is
I
gonna
think this
fucking
has
hate
to
me.
be a two-parter.
Yeah. But
keep saying
guys,
that.
thank you so much. Is there anything you want to leave the listeners with before we start signing off?
Thank you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you give people your flowers, or their flowers, but you should get them too. You know, and also like for each other. Like, life's hard.
Yeah.
The older you get, the harder it is. This shit ain't easy. But if you're a good person and you do the best you can,
You have a good support system.
Yeah, which we do. Yeah.
it's worth it. It's worth
Yeah.
the hard work.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you can get by just being comfortable. But if you don't step out of that comfort zone and like push yourself and want better for yourself, then it's a, you know,
Yeah.
complacent place you
Yeah.
can stay for a long time.
Yeah, comfort is your worst enemy.
Facts.
Definitely.
And, you know, thank you to the listeners because you guys are supporting Mario's and Paulina's dream. So, you know, that's awesome. It makes me so happy to see the pod growing and just see Vive con Huevos evolved, you know. I'm excited to create some content for you guys.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing to do. Vive con Huevos! Woo!
Another intro song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jump off the cliff,
Yeah.
climb the mountain, do it all.
Yeah. And, you know, just keep doing your thing. It's working.
It
It's
is.
going, yeah.
And thank you for the listeners too, for everyone that's been supporting. Honestly, I mean, this podcast wouldn't be thriving as much as it is without you guys. I think I don't know if I've said this on the pod, and definitely have said this to other people. I've been very surprised of the amount of listeners that we've had since day one. I was not expecting how many people have been tuning in, and how many people keep tuning in every week. And like with every single Tuesday, everyone keeps tuning in.
Now you all have
Martes con
videos,
huevos.
so
And you have fans in Florida. Dude, you
I
made
know.
it. You
That's
made
actually
it.
really cool.
We'll be out there with Josh Leva and
Yes.
Sebas one day.
One
Coachella 2024.
Manifesting
Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyways,
We're
enough
done.
is enough. It's fucking midnight.
It
Bye.
is.
Yeah. So guys, como siempre, live your best life, fight your fears. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So vive como ves, guys. We love you. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.